The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The Pads are on for the second straight day at One Jets Drive. We're breaking down the latest from Jets camp and a whole lot more. Boy Green's going to join me. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get started.
We sitting in here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show, presented by PrizePicks. Quick note for those of you making the trip to Nashville, the guys I teamed up with, my friends over at Game Day Flight Crew, are running a promo right now where if you purchase a tailgate ticket at GameDayFlightCrew.com and you use the promo code Jake10, it's going to save you $10. Your tailgate ticket, instead of $85, will be $75. Includes food, drinks, traditional tailgate games. There'll be a live DJ there. We're going to be right next to the stadium on game day starting at 8 a.m. Reminder, it's Central Time in Tennessee, which means kickoff for the Jets and the Titans is at noon. So it's going to be a great weekend, but I wanted to let people know right away. If you're coming to Nashville, spread the word. Biggest tailgate for Jet fans, GameDayFlightCrew.com, promo code Jake10, and you'll save $10. Plus, make sure you RSVP to the big event we have on Saturday from 4 to 7, doing a live show and hosting a huge gangrene pre-party from Barstool, Nashville. So now, with all the meetups for the summer out of the way, we focus on the biggest meetup of them all this year, our road trip to Nashville, where we need the New York Jets to defeat Robert Saleh and the Tennessee Titans. For more on the Jets, we say hello to a good friend of the show. Got a chance to hang out with this guy on Saturday at Jets camp. Paul Esden Jr., also known as Boy Green, joins us now. BG, have you come down from the high of getting to talk to basically every player on the Jets on Saturday?
No, I haven't. So hopefully I never come off this high ever again, Jake. That was awesome. Shout out to the Jets. They let us talk to everybody from the 3 first-round picks, starting quarterback Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. I mean, everybody. That was awesome. So for any fans that are going out to any of these, whether you're a season ticket holder, I guess, are the only ones remaining, that was pretty sweet.
It was awesome, man. It really was. And a great event at Chef Kevin's restaurant. Thanks again to the Cloverleaf staff, Chef Kevin, Chef Brian, and of course, everyone who made it out and got to experience it with us. So the Jets are on the field right now. Aaron Glenn will speak in a little bit. I'll carry the presser live for those of you joining us. But with the pads coming on, you get a real feel on just how good some of these guys are. And I think it's a great sign that through the first 2 days of padded practices, we're getting multiple reports of just how dominant Armand Membu has looked. In fact, Zach Rosenblatt tweeted today, quote, Armand Membu has taken it to another level since the pads came on. Think he just won about every rep in team drills, then just had an awesome rep in one-on-ones against Will McDonald. McDonald tried using his speed to get around him, but Membu blocked him around the pocket and then into the ground. You talk about a guy who I think has a chance to be a superstar at his position. I think that's Membu. He was so good as a rookie, and it flies under the radar nationally because of how bad the Jets were. I'm pumped to see what he now can do in year 2.
I love how unsatisfied he was with what was, by anyone's definition, a spectacular rookie campaign. He had to go against TJ Watt week 1 last year, of course, in Jet Steelers. And a lot of us said, oh, boy, like a rookie going against TJ Watt, that's going to be a tough challenge. And quite frankly, he handled it like nobody's business, shut him down, and then showed it wasn't a fluke throughout the rest of the season. Armand Membu was a stout wall of protection for whoever the hell was playing quarterback last year. So I love how Armand Membu wasn't satisfied with last year. Aaron Glenn spoke at his press conference yesterday and mentioned that in exit meetings, Armand Membu just seemed like he was on a mission and that he wasn't going to be satisfied with that. And he has extremely high goals. Plus, Jeremy Fowler in the top 10 rankings, while Armand obviously didn't make the top 10 list. There was a anonymous NFL personnel that thinks he could be the best run blocker in the league. I mean, incredibly high praise. And how is that not validating? We see him put on the pads and he's, shutting down David Bailey's, Will McDonald's. There's a lot of talented pass rushers on the other side. I'm super high on Armand Membu, man.
How about another tweet about Membu? This one from Rich Samiti, who says, Membu neutralizes Bailey's bull rush in a one-on-one pass drill. So, look, Membu's not picking favorites here. He's doing it up against Will McDonald. He's doing it up against David Bailey. And it was interesting to hear from David Bailey the other day, just talk about how good Membu is and how he's going to make him better. And I think that works for both Membu and Bailey. Those guys hopefully are cornerstones on each side of the ball at premium positions going forward for this team.
Q iron sharpens iron, Jake Asman. That's what's happening at Jets training camp, baby. So you love to see it. It's good for both those guys, and hopefully those are young cornerstone pieces on both sides of the ball. That's where you build a great football team, in the trenches. The Jets believe they have one in Armand Membu. David Bailey obviously is the highest drafted defensive player in franchise history. So those two guys hopefully can continue to keep themselves honest here throughout practice. I love that David Bailey had a great day a couple days ago, 3 sacks by all accounts. From the beat reporters. And then Armand's like, oh, okay, now we need to turn it more serious. Now he's been shutting down David Bailey. So if you're a Jets fan, you want to see this back and forth in a general sense. But apparently Armand Membu's been turning up the heat.
And the early signs are really positive about this rookie class. Of course, some questions with Sadiq, who once again is not out there on the field today. They called it a maintenance day yesterday. He's not there again today. So Aaron Glenn, I'm sure, will be asked about that in just a little bit. But Omar Cooper has flashed. He made a really nice catch. I'll show in a bit. Yesterday, the Jets posted. We've seen some really positive things from Bailey, as you mentioned, including, how about this, from Zach Rosenblatt, who says Bailey's been really active in the run game, which is promising considering that was one of the questions about him coming out of college. The one thing I've always said, though, about whether you're a Bailey guy or a Reese guy, you can't tell me the Jets should take Arvell Reese because you have faith in Carl Dunbar properly developing him and then say, well, you can't draft David Bailey because you're concerned he's not great against the run. Because if you're giving Dunbar the credit to develop Arvell Reese, then the Jets veteran and highly respected D-line coach should also get the benefit of the doubt to develop David Bailey to be a more well-rounded all-around player. And I think early on we're seeing that. So, I was definitely someone who preferred Reese, but it wasn't like I was disgusted with the David Bailey pick. My whole thing was, you just better be right, and you better not be picking Bailey because you think he's going to be a better right away. But now that he's here, every Jet fan should be rooting for him because Arvell Reese, David Bailey, none of that matters now. All that matters is, did the Jets get it right with the number 2 pick?
We are pushed into pockets, though, Jake. You are either Team Bailey or you're Team Reese. And if you're on the other side, you're an idiot and a loser. And so it felt that way, even though if that wasn't real, that we're all sort of picking sides here. But now that the dust has settled, and I think even before then, if we would have taken ourselves out of that this versus that mindset, and it's I'm right, you're wrong, I think the Jets couldn't go wrong. I was also on Team Reese. I wanted Reese over David Bailey. But again, the Jets being 31st in sacks last season and picking the guy who led college football in sacks, I totally understand the process. And plus, if you had any questions about his run deficiency, and obviously a lot of people do, Carl Dunbar is like the best defensive line coach in football. He should be able to take them to another level. So that makes me feel really good. But I won't lie, this Kenyon Sadiq thing makes me a little bit of a nervous purpose here, Jake Asman. Right. So we met, I don't know if you did, but I did on Saturday. I got to meet and hang out with Kenyon Sadiq for a moment, get to talk to him and hear people asking him questions about coming back from the sports hernia. And he looks chiseled. He looks terrific in terms of his shape. But I am curious about this maintenance program because Aaron Glenn seemed to indicate, he didn't say it outright, but he seemed to indicate, yeah, that was a day off as on Monday, as it was supposed to be. But a secondary day off did not seem to be what Aaron Glenn was indicating. But again, hopefully we get some answers in a little bit from AG here. That's making me a little bit nervous.
Hit the like button if you're just joining us. Boy Green with us here. We're talking all things New York Jets. Today's raffle prize is a signed helmet by Breece Hall. Enter for your chance to win. You can enter the raffle by gifting a channel membership. You have to be live on the show to do that. You could send a super chat that's $10. That gets you 2 raffle tickets. If you send 20, that will get you 4. 50 will get you 10, so on and so forth. Or if you prefer to send a Zelle or a Venmo. My Venmo is Jake-Asman. My Zelle is just my email that's featured in the description for every video, asmanjake@gmail.com. Also want to let people know that the new prizes for Sunday's weekly raffle, when you enter a daily raffle during a show, you're also entered in our weekly raffle. We keep track of all the tallies, the entries throughout the week. This week, our top prize is a signed Broadway Joe Namath helmet, a signed Joe Klecko helmet, and a signed Curtis Martin helmet. I'm sensing a theme, Pro Football Hall of Fame Jet theme, of course. Plus, our final prize, fourth prize, is a Jets Legends jersey. So pick a Jet Legend you want a jersey in, and we send it to you. Paul, in terms of Geno Smith, you and I were at the practice where the ball didn't hit the ground. He was incredible. Then yesterday in the rain, the offense struggled. He threw an interception, which I don't think is a bad thing, given the fact the Jets actually had an interception, which is a new thing for them. Minka Fitzpatrick had a pick. Just give us your thoughts on what you saw from the offense. What stood out to you watching it in person on Saturday?
So let me just let's lay the ground rules here for a second. So Jake, Saturday was the first practice and only practice you've been to at training camp so far?
That was the first one, correct.
Okay. And in the practices in which you haven't been there, all of a sudden Geno Smith is imploded. I don't know who's supposed to be connecting dots here, but we need to get Jake Asman to one Jets drive immediately. But to everything you're saying about Geno Smith here, yeah, I mean, it was awesome to see him in a rhythm, in a zone on Saturday. It seemed like he just felt confident. And quite frankly, the interactions with his teammates, which are some of those things, unless you're at practice, you just don't see it. It seemed like he was firing up the guys, rallying the troops. That seemed to be quite prevalent there for Geno Smith. But on the other side, again, I mentioned a few minutes ago about you want to see a little bit of back and forth. I'm not mad that Minka Fitzpatrick, who's a very talented player, is coming away with an interception, or the defense is being a little bit more opportunistic and deflecting balls, and then they're coming down with them, whether it's Damian Sherwood or Brandon Stevens or what have you. So to me, I think one way or the other. Jake, you even mentioned this at the live show, at the live event, at the Cloverleaf Tavern, where, on one side, if the offense is killing it, you could just say that's cool, but then wait, does the defense suck? Or it's the other way around. Defense is dominate, offense struggles. Does the offense suck? I think like anything in the world, it's a little back and forth. So I'm not overly alarmed with Geno. Quite frankly, actually, the interceptions make me feel good. I want him to take chances. Justin Fields wasn't taking chances last season. So, Geno, take chances. Test your limits. He led the NFL last season in tight window throws. He had a 34% in there, which led the National Football League, according to Mina Kimes on the Mina Kimes show. So, I love that. Take shots, take chances, get aggressive. He's clearly doing that in practice, and hopefully he's getting that out of his system, of course, during practices, and save the less interception moments for the regular season.
This was one of the throws he made in yesterday's practice during 7-on-7s that Omar Cooper was able to haul. It's just a big-time throw and a big-time catch by Omar Cooper Jr., who has so much talent between him and Garrett Wilson and A.D. Mitchell. You feel like the Jets have the makings of a real offense. The question is, what does Frank Reich have left after being away from the NFL the last few years? And what version of Geno Smith are we going to get? Because the guy in Las Vegas last year wasn't very good. How much of that was his circumstance versus this is now what he is? Because in Seattle, he was a very good quarterback. He was certainly a top 18 quarterback in the league. He was an upper half of the league quarterback. So that's really the question, I think, with Geno. It's how much do he and Frank Reich collectively have left to give the Jets a season where if they're not going to win a ton of games, at least be watchable, at least give us a chance to properly evaluate the young players on this offense so we know exactly what the Jets need going into the offseason where they have all this cap space and 3 first-round picks.
Jake, let's show that clip back up for a second. Look at the savvy move of one Omar Cooper Jr., Andre Cisco in coverage, and a last-second adjustment to the football, because you don't want to let the defender know where the ball is coming from, because Andre Cisco in this play that we're seeing is he's playing catch up, trying to catch up. He's like, oh, crap. And then Omar, a last-second adjustment. So very savvy move for a rookie to be able to make that. Huge salute here to Omar Cooper Jr. And it's like our 2022 draft, Jake, where we had 3 first-round picks and then the second-round pick, which was Breece Hall, is that you have these guys that are sort of like flying under the radar here, which is, again, that part I think helps some of these players. It also makes us sometimes overlook them. Like Omar Cooper is wide receiver 3. Look at Adonai Mitchell and making all these crazy big plays that we were seeing on Saturday. Acrobatic move here by Adonai Mitchell, for goodness sake. So to me, that's the part that I'm sort of loving. Omar's going under the radar. We have Garrett Wilson, he's superstar. We have Adonai Mitchell, who's been the talk of the summer. So Omar flying under the radar. You have go around the other Kenyon Sadiq, all the different tight ends in the room outside of this recent story. We'll see the AG update from Sadiq. I like that some of these players are flying under the radar. It's because the Jets have multiple first-round picks, and then also these guys aren't asked to be the straw that stirs the drink. Garrett Wilson's our number 1 wide receiver. There's Mason Taylor. I was watching some Jelani Woods action at camp. Apparently, he had a second straight day. I love some Jelani Woods. Jeremy Rucker. So these guys aren't asked to be the main guy immediately. I think that helps out tremendously.
Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. We also have something we'd like to call the Azzy Awards continuing today, and the nominees for favorite co-host, as that is the Azzy that we're going to be giving away today on the show, are the following: Robbie Sabo, Omari Brown, and Frankie V. Your votes will determine who wins the Azzy Award for favorite co-host. We're doing a different Azzy Award category per day. We have 22 total awards. We're about halfway through them. Ladies and gentlemen, voting for the Azzy starts right now.
Cast your vote for the best. It's time for the Azzy Award. It's time for the Azzy Award. Cast your vote for the best. It's time for the Azzy Award.
Vote, vote, vote. Your votes determine who wins the Azzy Award. Ladies and gentlemen, super chats cut the line. Want to give some love to Terrence, who says Jake and Paul at it again. Let's go. Thank you, Terrence. And Mac Jet for Life says, can you imagine once Chino gets on rhythm with his receivers and tight ends? That's why I'd like Sadiq to be out there as much as possible, because if you look at it like this, next week is a dress rehearsal for a game for the Jets. They got 3 preseason games. Their first one is a week from this Friday. I'd like to see Sadiq out there in that first preseason game, getting as many reps with the starting offense as humanly possible.
Yeah, and I heard it. Let's plug some Jake on the Jake Show here, the Jake Asman Show. Bob Wischusen was telling you, and I've heard varying opinions on this for Geno Smith preseason plan. How much should he play? I've heard some people argue, he's 35. Let's have this be the Cade Klubnik show for the 3 games. Bob Wischusen made the complete opposite argument. He should play more than most starting quarterbacks in the NFL because you need him to get in a rhythm with the Frank Reich offense. The Jets need Geno, that engine revving as soon as the season starts. You can't afford for him to be sloppy, and then you're waiting for him to sort of find his rhythm. And the preseason for him ends up being the regular season for like the first month. So I thought that was a fascinating comment by Bob Wischusen on ESPN New York with you. And that to me is interesting. I think Geno is going to have to get some of that activity in the preseason games. You don't hold them out there too long and make it a crazy thing, but a handful of drives, or maybe one drive, depending on the success of said drive against the Buccaneers, maybe a couple more against the Steelers, and then probably none at all in the finale against the Giants. But yeah, I think Bob makes some great points as somebody that is going to need a lot of those reps, because I agree with him. We want to see this offense as full flower as quickly as possible, and I'm sure preseason reps would help.
It's going to be fascinating to see what they want to do with the preseason plan. To be fair to Glenn, they were ready to play last year, week 1. It's not like the Jets came out flat and, they didn't look prepared. It was one of their best performances all year, and they still lost the game, so no one remembers it fondly. But that wasn't an issue. But this is such a big game, week 1. You wonder if that alters the thinking in what their exact process is for how they want to treat these games coming up.
That's fair. Again, the problem is, even me coming off that Steelers game last year, I was drinking the Kool-Aid like, look, we were right there. I was doing the same thing, Jake, that you were yelling about that apparently caught the eye of Mike Greenberg. I was moral victory, and Mike Greenberg was listening into your thing, was completely agreeing with you and disagreeing with apparently my moral cookies I was eating out of the oven, and that was terrible. So now looking back at it, right, you're pointing to all the Chris Boswell longest field goal ever, the Xavier Gibson fumble, Brandon Stevens drop pick 6. I don't want any of those couldas, wouldas, shouldas. We just want the Jets to be ready. But to your point, he did Aaron Glenn did have the Jets ready for that game outside of a handful of plays here or there. But that's what I think people are hoping the difference is with AG going from year one to year two is say, okay, in those moments where the game is hanging in the balance, AG, do you step up or do you step out? And I think that to me is a big key. That's another interview you had. Herm Edwards was on ESPN New York talking about that transition from year one to year two. Now, Herm's year one went a lot better than Aaron Glenn's did, obviously, but still, you learn so much. There's no how-to guide on how to be a head coach and the things you're supposed to be doing, after year one going into year two. So hopefully Aaron Glenn has learned his lesson.
Look, if you're trying to find a job, I can't guarantee you that ZipRecruiter is going to be able to get you a job, Boy Green, but they certainly could try and help some Asmaniacs get jobs, or if you're trying to find the right candidate, ZipRecruiter could certainly help you do that. They got a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first, so you meet the right people faster. The Asmaniacs, they always go the extra step. So does ZipRecruiter. Try it today for free if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/audio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/audio. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter, they get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, meet your match. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. Big shout out to everyone who's watching the show live. Make sure you click the thumbs up button and you are subscribed to the channel. I want to give some love to our people who enter the raffle via Venmo or Zelle. This one is from the great T-Town Jet, who purchased one raffle ticket by sending in a $5 Venmo. Excellent job. Good job, some would say.
Yeah.
Also want to give some love to John J. Williams, who sent me a Zelle. That was $10 as usual, so he is in the raffle for 2 entries there. Thank you very much to John J. Williams. Veteran Jet fan with an interesting comment here that I noted as well yesterday. Glenn talking about Sweat, Osai, and Pond's absence, saying they have set roles when they are healthy. That to me is confirmation for something that I have long thought. D'Angelo Pons will start week 1 as one of the Jets corners. My guess is he's going to be their starting nickel. And on the outside, you'll have Stevens and you'll have Azarie Thomas. You and I were at practice Saturday. That's what the outside corner room looked like with Brownlee playing the nickel in the absence of Pons. I think it's pretty clear, barring injuries, D'Angelo Pons is going to start week 1 against Robert Saleh on the Titans. That's how I interpreted that comment from Aaron Glenn.
And also, a few rotations I saw was Azarie Thomas boundary, Brandon Stevens boundary, Minkah Fitzpatrick either playing that third linebacker or also playing a little bit in the nickel too. So that was interesting as well. Yeah, that's certainly a takeaway to have, is that D'Angelo Pons going to start. He was the 50th overall pick. I really enjoyed the Jarvis Brownlee trade last year. It felt like a steal from the Tennessee Titans. Any way we can, fork over the Titans is always good. But I mean, come on, man. We need to find a way to get Ponce on the field. He's a playmaker. So if that is in the slot, so be it. On one hand, you're not concerned because Aaron Glenn says they're all coming back. Hey, it should be soon. It shouldn't be that long. But T'Vondre Sweat is a critically important piece of the puzzle. I want him getting reps in training camp so he's ready for the regular season. He is going to be more motivated than ever playing against his old team, the Tennessee Titans. I want him at full power, and I think he's going to need those reps because there's a difference between physical shape and football shape. The Joseph Fasai one is like an eyebrow raiser, and I'll tell you this now, Jake, so either you'll get to it or I will with a super chat on the latest Jets Collective podcast this week. It'll be you and Rich, Samini, mano a mano with old BT on vacation. And the thing is that Rich Samini, I believe, was the only one that reported this, that the reason that Joseph Osai was placed on the active physically unable to perform list was due to a failed physical. And that made it seem like, especially Connor Hughes reporting, that it was supposed to be a short stint, but he missed all last week. He is set to miss all this week. What the hell is going on with Joseph Asai? He failed the physical for what? What is this extended absence? They keep saying it's not a big deal, so I want to believe that, but failed physical, out for 2 weeks. I don't know what the hell's going on for Osai. So that's definitely, if you don't get to that with Rich or the Jets Collective, that'll be a super chat I send in because I'm just curious. I didn't get it. Rich was there with us partying it up. I didn't know he was coming after practice to the Cloverleaf Tavern. That was a cool surprise. But yeah, that's one I want some more details from Rich on. What the hell's going on with Joseph Asai?
Colin Wolfer, big shout out to Colin. He gifted 5 channel memberships. Let's go.
Let's go. Jets, Jets, Jets.
What a Jet chant. You would have no idea that the New York Jets are in the midst of a 15-year playoff drought when we all get together. Big shout out to Colin again for supporting the channel. He is in the raffle there for a signed Breece Hall helmet on our show today for 5 total entries. The Tennessee Jet says, I need either the Volunteers or the Jets to not disappoint this year. Good morning, everyone. I don't know how Tennessee is supposed to be in college football. I would probably say they'll be better than the Jets, though, if I had to guess. But I don't know what Tennessee is expected to do in the SEC. I haven't gotten that far yet in my college football preview, but I hope one of your teams doesn't stink, Tennessee Jet, because if you're a huge college football fan and an NFL fan and both your teams are bad, that means your entire weekend, every single week in the fall, is absolutely terrible.
Right. And that's been a bad combination because at least half of your teams, the Jets, have been terrible for a long time. So you've really been putting all your marbles on Tennessee, which I don't know how good that has been for you, Tennessee Jet. But I'm hoping for you. Same thing. I've not gotten that deep into my college football preview magazine yet. So I'll keep you posted on expectations for Tennessee. But I feel good about the Jets that they're not going to be, and again, that's not a high bar, but they were 3-14 last year. I have a feeling they're going to be competitive. You heard a few of these players, Jake, Jeremy Ruckert said it, Garrett Wilson said it. They have this special feeling about this team. I don't know. I feel like this team's going to be competitive, and I think they're going to be winning games, and that's a good combination as a Jets fan because we haven't seen those two things together consistently in quite some time.
Boy Green, what do you make of the fact that it does feel like it's Cade Klubnik's job to lose to be the Jets' backup?
That was a direct quote from Rich Cimini on the Jets Collective podcast. It is in his opinion that at this point it is his job to lose. That's a lot of confidence in Cade. Obviously, they're trusting their pre-draft process and obviously some of the things that they've seen in the spring, they being Bill Musgrave, Frank Reich, part of that, sort of quarterback grouping that the Jets have. I will tell you, I feel more confident, and this also, I guess, isn't a high bar with Charles London last year, for God's sakes. But, with this group, I feel very confident about the quarterback development plan. And if you're a Jets fan, you can't say that very often. So it's interesting. Let's see Cade get a shot. Obviously, I think he's going to get a ton of PT in the preseason games. We're 10 days away from the first preseason game for the New York Jets. I want to see a ton of Cade Klubnik in that Tampa Bay game. And hopefully that validates all of the things that they're saying about Cade right now. Because if he looks good, the Jets are not going to have to hit that big red button in the middle of the room to go get a quarterback. They can feel good that Cade can be the guy. But it is interesting, though, because you even brought this up with Bob Wischusen. One injury away from Cade Klubnik, you slap him on the ass and say, hey, buddy, save the Jets. Oof, that's bold. Hopefully, their confidence is well returned with him potentially being the guy. But, yeah, he's the guy right now. Bailey Zappi stinks. Brady Cook stinks. So, yeah, right now, Cade Klubnik, clearly, based on the other options, he is the guy. We'll see if he proves it in that first preseason game, whether or not the Jets have to go add another quarterback to this stable.
Let's hope he looks good. Let's hope he plays well. We were there Saturday, and they did a lot of red zone where it's tough for a quarterback who's seeing it for the first time at the NFL level there. And he threw a couple interceptions, wasn't exactly decisive with the ball. To be fair, the second interception, I didn't see anyone open. Like, I had a pretty good vantage point looking at it, so I'm not really sure where he could have gone with it. I think he was just trying to throw it up to give one of his playmakers a chance there. But
was that the Quintez Stiggers pick or a different one?
I don't remember which one it was because I know Stiggers had one and then Marcelino McCrary Ball had the other. But I think it was if I remember correctly, I think it was the Stiggers pick.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
Practice officially over. This from Rich Cimini, who says practice 5 in the books. Better overall day for the Jet offense. Solid days for Geno Smith. 7 for 12, 1 INT. Cade Klubnik, 6 for 11. Standouts. Jeremy Ruckert, 4 catches. Breece Hall, couple of long runs. Cornerback Brandon Stevens had a pick. I was reading Robbie Sable's detailed recap of one of the team drives, and Sable said that Breece had a legit 50-plus yard touchdown, and he said that it was not one of those, he would have been tackled if it was a real game. It was a legit, he found space, hit the hole, 50-plus. So interesting that Rich didn't note this here as far as he just wrote Breece couple of long runs, but apparently one of those long runs from Breece per Robbie Sabo was a 50-plus yard touchdown.
I mean, I think all Jet fans are going to resonate with what I'm about to say. We missed from that rookie season where every time he got the ball in his hands, it could go 50, 60, 70 yards to the house. I remember that Breece Hall halfback toss to the left where he went 70 yards clear, the Red Sea parted, and we all cup our hands and just scream, Breece! Brees, which, by the way, Brees really appreciated that at camp, by the way, every time he was signing autographs and people were yelling at him. I think that's what not what we're missing, but like seeing that part of Brees Hall's game consistently, because if Geno can just be competent, that means the defenses have to respect it and take a step back. Secondary, step back. Linebacker, step back. Second and third levels of the defense. That should open up things a little bit more for Brees to hit a crease and take it to the hizzy. Then that's happening. Like, geez, what are we doing? Do we try to stop the run? Do we try to stop the pass? Play action game for Geno Smith? All of that excites me. So, yeah, Brees Hall long runs. Woohoo! Jeremy Ruckert, he was doing the OH for all the Ohio State fans out there. Great. We got some depth in the tight end room. When's the last time we could say that, Jake Asman?
The depth is legit. I wonder what Ruckert's role is, because then you hear about Jelani Woods having an active day yesterday when Sadiq wasn't playing. So does that mean Jelani Woods has got a legit chance to make this team? I wonder if Ruckert could just play enough as a fullback where you make Andrew Beck's roster spot expendable at that point if you want to try and get Jelani Woods on the active 53. We'll see what they do there, but I think that's a storyline worth following. How about this from Zach Rosenblatt? Here's his quick recap of practice. He thought the offense and the defense were pretty evenly matched. Geno, 7 of 12, INT, and 11 on 11, 2 of 3 and 7 on 7. Klubnik, 6 of 10 and 11 on 11, 3 of 3 and 7 on 7. So you have Zach saying offense, defense, pretty even. You have Rich saying better overall day for the Jet offense. So we have a practice report source-off going on between the Athletic and Rich Samiti. And I'm taking my guy, Rich, who I work with on the Jets Collective every week.
Are you, I don't know how much you're still like having some movable objects here for this Jets Titans week 1, takeover of the city, but could you infuse a cage match between Rich Samini and Zach Rosenblatt? Let's get him in there to settle it, like, trial by combat action, Jake. I don't know if you have any more wiggle room with your tailgate party, but if you could fit that in, may draw some eyes. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button. Omar Ochoa just entered the raffle by sending in a gifted membership, so he has a chance to win a signed Brees Hall. Appreciate you, Omar. Omar won a Garrett Wilson football the other day on the show, so congrats to him on that. That has been ordered for you, Omar, and will be on its way to where you live. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Boy Green hanging out with us here. If you guys have a Jet-related question or comment you want me to read, if you want Boy Green to read, make sure you super chat it. We'll bring it up on the screen, and we will fill you in on anything you might have missed. What has been the biggest surprise to you so far through the first 5 practices that you weren't expecting coming into training camp?
I mean, there's a couple that stand out. I'll start off with, I don't know Jake, were you with all the Adonai Mitchell hype this offseason, were you on that bandwagon or off that bandwagon that he's like this crazy difference maker?
I thought he could have a real role on the team, but I wasn't sure if we should just be like, well, he's looking great in the spring, but to see it carry over pretty much immediately right away, I think that surprised me a little. But I always thought he was going to have a role just because look at the other receivers in the room. They're talented, but they're young. They're inexperienced. Like Omar Cooper Jr. is, you're expecting him to take a big leap. He's a rookie.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a bit trepidatious. So I was sort of in the same ballpark that I'm like, again, I saw the Jets X Factor people with analytics and look at the separation that AD Mitchell was creating. And hey, if you just drop that same season into this year with better quarterback play, boom, AD Mitchell should have all these plays. And I get the equation of how we get there, but I needed to sort of see it. So to be there in person on Saturday and seeing AD Mitchell, that was one of the highlight compilation reels that you ran where AD Mitchell had this sort of acrobatic touchdown about 30, 35 yards from Geno Smith down the left hash in the end zone. Like, that's exciting to see. He's fast. Geno throws the deep ball. Like, that should be a combination that makes a lot of sense. So to me, that was one surprise, certainly, is that AD Mitchell, like, continues to show it, that it's not just this flash in the pan, that I don't feel like this is, with all due respect, David Clowney. Like, this is just a guy who's going to be making plays in camp and preseason, but we're going to get to the regular season, and then this guy totally disappears. So that, to me, I would say is certainly a surprise. And then I guess I would throw the other one out there, Azareye'h Thomas. I assumed that the Jets, with all their turnover problems last year, that Nashawn Wright would have the clear path to the boundary starting corner job. But when we were there on Saturday, Azareye'h Thomas was getting the starting reps at boundary corner, and I like him. I'm excited for him. He had a lot of injuries last year, but he was a first-round corner that fell down to the 3rd round because of his slow 40-yard dash time. He was another guy that was surprised. I'm like, wow, he's getting real reps, man. He might be the starter week 1 opposite of Brandon Stevens. That'd be great for the kid because that's what we would want as Jet fans. You want guys to develop. I think that's another other part of the Aaron Glenn evaluation, Jake, that we're not talking about wins, losses, and things of that nature. How are the players developing? How are these first and second year guys going from here to here? Wow. Oh, AG and his coaching staff are developing this talent and taking them to another level. I think it's another critical part of the evaluation process.
Well, I think the thing is with this team, the talent is there. Do we have the right coaching? Like, there's players on this team. If you told me the Jets were coached by Mike Tomlin, if you told me Sean Payton was this team's coach, if you told me John Harbaugh was this team's coach, insert respected coach we know is really good and proven, I think there'd be people saying, well, the Jets could be a wild card team this year. I truly believe that. If you remove Jets from the helmets and just look at the talent, there's players here at premium positions. Good O-line, skill players. You check the box and feel good about it. There's enough defensively to be competent, I think, with good coaching. Like, I watched, what's his name? Greg, why can't I think of the guy's name? 2019 turned Jamal Adams into an all-pro.
Greg Williams.
Greg Williams, thank you. I watched Greg Williams with that level of talent, right? I mean, Jordan Jenkins, God bless him, as like our best pass rusher off the edge that season. I watched him turn that defense into a respectable unit, right? They had one true star player on that team in Jamal Adams, who was a first-team All-Pro. Like, I really think it comes down to coaching. Like, Aaron Glenn said the line that play calling is his superpower. The offense should be competent. If the defense steps up, why can't this team start 4-4 when you look at their schedule? When you have Tennessee, when you have the Browns, when you have Miami, and you have the Raiders as 4 of your first 8 games.
It's a fair request and maybe hopefully even better than that. So I ask you, Jake Asman, you're right. You saw the practice and then you've been getting these reports. You're having all these guests on and then as he, oi, you're trying to give away all these awards on the show. Jake, has your confidence level moving needle changed at all from what your confidence level you thought of Aaron Glenn a couple of months ago to what it is a month out from the season?
No, it's still the same. I just think it's been confirmation of what I thought, that Muji's done a pretty good job assembling a roster in his second year to this point. It's not finished. It's not, there was a big debate on the Jets Collective, as you know, about where the Jets roster specifically ranks. I think it's a roster that by the end of the year, it should be closer to 20 than 31 or 32, which is where they probably started the offseason roster-wise going into what was an offseason where they added a lot of solid players and infused 4 picks in the top 50 to their depth chart.
Yeah, the Jets Collective podcast every week. Jake Asman, Brandon Tierney, BT Unleashed, Rich Samini of ESPN. It's a pretty good trio.
Wednesday. That's tomorrow, Boy Green. 5 p.m. The next episode. Join me and Samini. Nice. Let's go.
Okay. Nice. Okay. That's a wow. Look at that young Rich there. Very striking. Okay. Is that on the Tinder profile? All right. Okay. Rich is looking great. Nice photo here. Nice.
Rich is a married man. He doesn't need Tinder.
Oh yeah, right. That's true. Yeah, he's good. I've never met his wife, but I'm sure she's a wonderful lady. So good for her. Congratulations. But yeah, Jets Collective podcast. Nice. Well, what's the different flavor? With no BT, are you going to have some BT rants to try to get the spirit of BT there while you're doing it? Just sort of, get into an argument here. Oh, give that face. Cause that was the thing you were talking about here. Rich Smith said, this is clearly a bottom third roster. And BT started going, and he said, hey, whoa, better not disagree with me. So, Jake, you got to give us a couple of those when Rich is talking? We need some juice. We need that heat.
We're going to have a special guest that's going to join us. We're going to be joined by Aaron Glenn to talk about his superpowers.
You have superpowers. You got to fly over there.
That's what we're going to be discussing.
I can't believe he looked back. That was hilarious. So, shout out to Nick Shine.
The Tennessee Jet says, here's another raffle ticket. I have a 1-of-1 Brady Cook autographed. Come on. A 1-of-1 Brady Cook autograph card? You're going to have to pay someone to take that off your hands. Tennessee Jet, appreciate you tuned in to our show. Hit the like button if you're joining us. Comments, questions, your super chats, cut the line. Boy Green, I'll get you out of here with this.
Yes.
Your hottest take for the upcoming Jet season is?
This has been in the oven and waiting to be asked. So, Jake Asman, let me deliver this to you. Geno Smith, the former West Virginia product, is going to shatter 3 single-season records for the New York Jets. He is going to break And sorry, Joe Namath. Jake, you'll have to give him a call after this. He's going to break the single-season passing record that Joe Namath set back in 1967. That wasn't a 14-game season, but still. So put your asterisks there if you want to. Geno Smith will break the passing record. He will throw for over 4,000 yards, be only the second Jets quarterback to ever do that. He will break Ryan Fitzpatrick's 31 passing touchdown record from 2015. That record is going down. He will have 32-plus passing touchdowns this season, and he will break Chad Pennington's single-season completion percentage record, which I feel even the most confident of all of those statistics from happening because Geno Smith is highly accurate. He will have a 70+% completion percentage season. Boom! Passing yards. Boom! Passing touchdown. Boom! Completion percentage. Boom!
You on drugs?
I don't have to take a drug test when I'm on the Jake Asman Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boy Green, Mr. Optimist, Paul Esden Jr. Paul, appreciate you hopping on, man. Good to hang with you Saturday.
Well, thank you so much, Jake. That was a lot of fun. And folks out in the audience, if you want crazy takes like that, well, youtube.com/@BoyGreen25. We're 1,200 people away from 10,000, baby. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boy Green joining us for a little impromptu spot as we're talking all things New York Jets. Aaron Glenn is at the podium. We will hear from the head coach of the New York Jets shortly. But first, reminder, today's sponsor is IndaCloud. This portion of our show is brought to you by IndaCloud. Summer's here, which means the heat is up. Schedule's packed. Sometimes you just need to mentally cool down without crashing out like the Jets during a fourth quarter meltdown. Between vacations, cookouts, long weekends, and every Saturday somehow becoming a full production. Summer can be exhausting, and that's where IndaCloud comes in. They are a fully legal online cannabis dispensary with THC gummies, premium pre-rolls, zero sugar THC sodas, energy gummies, extra strength sleep gummies, and much more. Everything is federally legal hemp THC, lab tested, and shipped discreetly right to your door. If you're 21 or older, go to indacloud.co, use the code ASMAN for 30% off your first subscription order, plus free gifts and free shipping on qualifying orders. That's indacloud.co, code ASMAN. Enjoy responsibly, and thanks to IndaCloud for supporting the Jake Asman Show. I mentioned it, Aaron Glenn, the head coach of the Jets, speaking with reporters after the Jets' second padded practice. They have an off day tomorrow before they continue practicing later this week. So right now, let's head out to One Jets Drive, where the head coach of the NYJ, Aaron Glenn, is standing by.
Be out a little bit. All right. I can't tell you exactly how long right now, but I will let you know that at some point. But just expect him to be out for a little bit. But he's working his way back. All right. The other guy, JJ, he wasn't out there today. He got stepped on. You guys might have saw that yesterday in practice. All right. So just to be safe, we held him out today. He'll be just fine. No, not worried about that one. Today's practice.
I'm going to pause it right here because the Jets started the press conference too late on their YouTube channel, so we missed the beginning. So Glenn was asked about an injury update for Kenyon Sadiq, and this is not good news. Aaron Glenn said that Kenyon Sadiq suffered a, quote, little setback and will be out a little bit. Glenn says he's very confident that Sadiq will be ready for week one. This is related to his previous injury, which is hernia surgery. So it went from, oh, this is a rest recovery day yesterday, to now the guy the Jets used the 16th overall pick in suffered some sort of setback related to the hernia injury. And this is why when we heard about, oh, it's a minor injury over the summer, I was concerned because anytime you got to go under the knife, that doesn't sound like a minor thing to me. Still surgery. So this bears watching. Obviously not good news. AG said he's confident Sadiq will be ready for week one. Let's hope. But if he's ready for week one, how much is he able to really grasp in terms of the role they had for him for the offense? Right? Like a big part of drafting Sadiq is he can do everything, all these different gadgets and plays. Well, how much is that even available to him if he is healthy for week one? So not great. Obviously, you got to do what's best for the player, get him healthy for the long run. We want him at his best late in the year, so the arrow's pointed up. But again, the Jets press conference on YouTube, they cut off the beginning. Glenn said he's confident Sadiq will be ready for week one, but he suffered a setback. So keep that in mind. All right. The other injury update that we caught there live before I play the rest of the presser is that the Jets do expect to get back Joseph Asai relatively soon. We'll see about that. Here's more from Glenn. We'll play it and then react, of course, live on the show.
I really like what we did today's practice because today was more 3rd and 2. So the advantage was for the offense today. All right. So I thought both sides did a really good job. The thing that I saw for the most part is I saw turnovers by the defense. I saw explosive plays by the offense. And I saw Geno do some really good things as far as ball placement and things like that. So I look at that as quarterback efficiency. So we want to continue doing that in practice, not chart those things every time we go out to practice. So today, the emphasis was 3rd and 2 to 6. A lot of guys did a good job, and I'm looking forward to this off day for the guys so they can recover. And then going to the next week, we start doing our 3rd and 7 plus. So, any questions?
Brandon Stevens, another takeaway today. He had some really great plays yesterday. I know you said you want him to be consistent.
Yes.
But how are you liking the way that he's kind of stacking these days?
No different from the last time that I talked about him. Every day I have to see that consistency with him. And we all know that throughout his career, the one thing that he's always wanted to work on with his ball awareness and understanding where the ball is and ball placement with his hands. And I think through the offseason, he did a really good job of working on that. So just like I said the other day, just the consistency of him doing that is only going to help him, and he's improving in that area.
Sadiq, is it related to his previous
hernia thing? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. When he had the surgery, I mean, most guys, they usually get both of them done. That's how most docs do it. So, listen, I'm not real worried, but I think I want to make sure that I make the right decision on make sure I take care of him so he can be ready for the regular season.
Speaking of which, what's your confidence level that he will be ready for week 1?
Very confident.
We asked about Membu yesterday, but curious just your thoughts on Olu, the way he played last year, and just, how he's looking.
Yeah. Well, when I talked about Membu, I did bring Olu up, because I never want him to get lost in the battle, with Baylor or any of our edge guys. And if you take a good look at him, he's changed his body quite a bit. He's a big man. I don't want to say he's slimmed down, but he just looks, man, you talk about how you draw a left tackle up. I mean, he looks just like how you want to draw one up. So I really like the way that he attacked the offseason. Him and Membo are very close. So both of those guys really have the demeanor of, listen, we want to be the best 2 tackles in the league, and they have to earn that, and they know that. So I'm excited about his development.
Taylor now with Sadiq out, could be focused more into sort of the pass catching role. What do you see from him this camp?
Yeah, I think you saw today in camp that he made a number of plays. And he's one of the guys that I felt like I see him breaking out this year. And again, I tell all those guys, man, I know what I see, but you make the decision on how that happens. And those guys really take that to heart. He's practicing his ass off. I mean, just like those other tight ends. I think I've talked about that tight end group quite a bit. But I thought he did a really good job today of making plays.
Well, they're going to need Mason Taylor to step up without Sadiq. You drafted him in the 2nd round. All right. You extended Ruckert. You have Jelani Woods. You have Andrew Beck, who's played in the league for a while. You should still have enough to get stuff out of your tight end position. But again, if you're just tuning in, the big takeaway is Glenn saying at the beginning of this presser that Sadiq suffered a setback related to the offseason hernia surgery he had, and he will now miss some time. Glenn confident Sadiq will be ready for the opener. More from Aaron Glenn.
You wanted to see AC Thomas in pads before you kind of assess where he's at. So
yes.
You've had 2 practices.
I think he's doing well. There's some rust there. And I think it's more or less from just understand the total defense, because in the offseason, he wasn't able to do everything that we need him to do because he was still rehabbing. I think going into training camp and everything starting to add up when it comes to what we're doing. I don't want to say there's mistakes, but you can tell he's thinking, right? But I know for a fact that's going to be going real soon, right? He's a very smart man. He does have an understanding of what we're doing. It's just the reps that he got to continue to get in the system.
I feel like that competition with him and Wright has been going so far.
Say it again.
Between him and Wright, how do you feel like they've been pushing each other?
It's still going. It's just a couple of days in pads, so we'll see how that goes.
How does Braylon Allen look to you in pads?
I mean, you guys saw him today. But he's he's everything I imagine from a running back of that size. 240 pounds, has good speed. The thing is, he can catch the ball at the backfield. those three guys, man, I'm excited about having those three guys. I don't feel anything different from for those guys.
You have an international pathway player, KG, right?
Yeah. My Pascal?
Yeah. Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
Right? What do you see from him? What have you seen from him since last offseason? About 40 pounds.
I feel so good about that player and the way he's attacked this whole deal. And you just said it. I mean, off season, I think he was around 220, something like that. And we had a heart-to-heart in my office. Listen, if this is what you want to do, here's the things that you have to improve on. And, man, he took it to heart. And he came back at 245. I mean, he's a good-looking guy, especially an edge guy. He's 6'5", and every moving. You know, so I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the way he's attacked this deal. He's giving himself a chance. And that's all he can just give himself a chance.
Watching Glenn's press conference from today. We'll cover the Sadiq news more once it wraps. Breece Hall signed helmet is our raffle prize today. Make sure you guys hit the like button and you are subscribed to the channel. Again, the Sadiq injury stuff, not good. We'll talk more about it once this press conference from AG wraps up. Let's watch the rest of it. Here's Glenn again talking right after the Jets' second padded practice and fifth overall practice of training camp.
Yeah,
Very excited. Very excited. Listen, as far as understanding the system, getting his body to where it needs to be for him to go out there and play and be successful. So very excited to see him go out in the preseason and play.
Go back to Olu for a minute. You said you talked to him at Sabinas. Was it emphasis, like, did you want him to change his body?
No, I didn't. I didn't want him to change his body. I just want him to attack this year. Like, man, I want to be the best. And there's a lot that goes into that. And when it comes to changing your body, changing your diet, getting to work in the off season, like all want to be the best, man, there's a price to pay. And sometimes you have to make sure you tell players that their sacrifice would come will be the best. And what are you willing to sacrifice? And obviously him and Mimbo, they were willing to sacrifice a lot for them to be.
Was that something you guys suggested, or their relationship just?
Those guys' relationships been like that once Mimbo walked. When it comes to all those old linemen, they're very close. And just from my, like, that room is always the closest room in any room, right, when it comes to the NFL. So it's no surprise to me.
What do you think of Isaiah's catch in that final team period?
He's a dude. He's a dude. And it's not just the catches. Like, if you just go around, just watch how he blocks. Just watch how he competes. Obviously, we know what he's going to do when it comes to special teams. But on offense, man, just watch how he operates. He's a dude.
Oh, good. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So that's the head coach of the Jets. The big story is the Kenyon Sadiq injury, because Kenyon Sadiq is expected to play a vital role in the offense this year. You don't use the number 16th pick in the draft on a tight end if you're not expecting him to play a pivotal role in your offense immediately. And now week one, I think, is in jeopardy. They could say they expect him ready. They also said yesterday it was a maintenance day for Sadiq. Nothing to see here, just a maintenance day. And now, look, he's not out there on the field today, and he suffered a setback. So this is a concern. You know, there's no such thing as a hernia surgery that's not a big deal. Oh, minor hernia surgery. It's still a surgery. So keep that in mind. Ultimately, you just hope he's back as quickly as possible, but you also don't want to rush him back because the long-term health of this player matters so much more. But this is tough because they were using Sadiq all over the field when I was there on Saturday. You could see there's clearly a role for him. Plus, the Jets told you how they felt about him, how the offensive coordinator felt about him, because they posted on their website the draft call to Sadiq, where it was basically Frank Reich having the biggest voice in advocating for the Jets to take this player.
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness!
Is from Frank Reich yelling to Sadiq while Woody was on the phone with him. So, not good. Other takeaways from Glenn there. Like what he said about Mason Taylor breaking out. because the Jets are going to need that. He better be right. He gave some positive praise to Azareye'h Thomas. I think Azareye'h Thomas will beat out Nishan Wright as the starting corner opposite Brandon Stevens. He also gave some love to Isaiah Williams. He's the 4th receiver on the team. He'll probably play more than most realize as well. He was a nice player for them last year after he was brought back. So keep that in mind. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Thoughts on the Kenyon Sadiq injury, Jet fans? You concerned? Not concerned yet? That's the big takeaway from today's practice. Sadiq setback related to his hernia injury, meaning week 1, they say they expect him ready. Let's see. Let's see. They also said he was in maintenance program yesterday, and we saw that one. So you got to see it to believe it. As Kenyon Sadiq is still dealing with that hernia tweak.
I was obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. 7 days a week, has a hernia tweak. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to critique what I read in Newsweek. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to take a peek at his manly physique. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Time to take a leak and play hide and go seek.
Today's Jake Asman Show brought to you by Cash App. Parents can sponsor their teen on Cash App and help them start building smart financial habits early. Teens can earn interest on savings and begin with as little as $1 with no monthly fees or minimum balance requirements. You can also manage everything directly through your own Cash App account. Download the Cash App today using my link in the bio in the description for the video and sponsor your teen today. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners, prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, Cash App, Visa debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bank Corp Bank NA to a license from Visa USA Inc. See terms and conditions for the Sutton prepaid card, Sutton debit flex card, and Bank Corp debit flex card. Savings provided by Cash App, A Block Inc. Brands. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Raffle for a Breece Hall signed helmet. If you're just tuning in, let's hit some calls now. The son of Jason in Jerusalem is next. Hello, Jason. Son.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on?
Nothing much. I was gonna ask you about Sadiq, but you already gave me all the answers. So I'm basically gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask this. You think because of the hernia tweak, do you think Omar Cooper will have a bigger role than Sadiq this year?
Yes, but I felt that way previously, to be honest with you.
Can I ask why?
I just think Omar Cooper is more pro-ready than Sadiq. He's played more college ball. I think it's easier to design an offense to get a guy the football who's a pure slot or outside receiver, depending on where you want to play him. And Sadiq's raw, and he plays a position where there's usually, outside of couple guys the last few years, usually it takes a little time to fully acclimate into the NFL.
All right. Appreciate it. Also, congratulations on the Yankees getting a catcher last night.
Well played. Congrats to the Mets on sucking. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys have been following this, but there's a new rivalry in the chat. Beastbreaker is fighting with our dear friend Nightbot. They're going back and forth, mano to mano. It is a rivalry unlike any we've ever seen.
I am Nightbot. I am watching you, Stormrocks 877. You will be punished and removed from the chat if you continue your douchebaggery, flappy tits.
I got a new alliance coming very soon, and I got the best businessmen to go after. And don't think the next Paulie dangerously will be informed. I can play dirty, and I can be very mean with very things. So play your cards right, or you're gonna lose your money.
Can you put a light on, please? And headphones.
I'll play dirty if I'll play very dirty if I have to, even if I put my underwear up for grabs.
No one wants to see your underwear.
Good. That shows fear.
Put headphones on. I'm tired of this echo. Echo. I'm going to make you talk to Gary till you put headphones on.
Why do I got to talk to him?
Rule 1, man can't stand, can't fight.
Do like
Rule number
Karate
2.
Kid.
Yeah, you
Hey,
know,
man,
B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Don't say I'm not a man of my word.
Rule 3, man can't see, can't fight.
So what are we doing about this Nightbot? Are you going to go to war with him?
I'm going to wait for him to attack. And then when he comes to me, Asana! Hey, you didn't run into my fist? You know what that means? You know what that means? That means you win! Like that, Danielson? Come over here. Let's try it out on your friend. Reverse punch! Ah! This is not a game of sticks and stones anymore. It's a living, breathing, fighting machine, and it wants to tear your head from your muscles. It's blood. So what? Make believe it's his. This guy wants to try and maim me and humiliate me. And you know what? Well, you know what I'm going to do about it? This!
Nightbot says Beastbreaker trying his best, but those metallic powers just aren't quite there yet.
You, in the words of the great Clint Eastwood, you ain't got a dick to sit on besides your own pot and piss.
What are your thoughts on the Sadiq injury, Beast? You got a Jets point for us?
He needs to take. Why don't they take my advice? Build the ice bath. It's not going to cost a lot of money. Maybe 5 big ones, and then some plumbing. It's not hard. Put the bath in. Let him sit in it. It'll sting. And yes, it will sting because I've seen certain wrestlers go through this kind of shit. This is pain that they'll rip your body up. But you know what the best part is? When you get out of that ice
Nightbot
bath,
says Beastbreaker couldn't carry my boots or wash my jock
you
even
need
if
to
I
come
paid
up.
him.
You need better catchphrases. Stop stealing my catchphrases, jack off. You're not Shane Douglas. You're not Raven. I'm one man and I'm one man only. So I can own you. I can tame you, maim you, and break you. And I sure as hell can kick you right in the nuts with those steel-tone boots that I got for $60. And you know what those $60 ones are? Timberlands.
Good luck
That's
against
right.
Nightbot.
I am Nightbot. I am watching you, Stormrocks 877. You will be punished and removed from the chat if you continue your douchebaggery flappy tits.
Let's continue with your calls right now. Practice in the books. Full recap in detail from Robbie Sabo this afternoon on the show. Joe Blewett is also going to be joining us. So 2 of the people who were nominated by the committee for favorite co-host for the Azzy Award on the show together. Right now, Sabo with a comfortable lead, 38% of the vote in the Azzy Awards. Keep rolling with your calls right now.
Women need to vacuum and shouldn't be allowed to vote. Yeah, ladies, you can do music.
Oh, he got the sweat jersey, and of course he's hurt. And he's hurt.
He's all right. He's all right.
I hope he's good, Gary.
I got Saturday's attire and Sunday's attire now. We're all good. Yeah, a couple of things. I won best takes, so I'm gonna criticize Boy Green here. I know he's being optimistic. But the record smashing season from Geno Smith, does he actually want us to save that receipt? Because he'll win next year's award for best saved receipt. 70% completion percentage, touchdown. He did all the records, right? Completion percentage, yards, and touchdowns. He said, "Is that what Boy Green said?"
He basically said he's going to have the greatest Jet season ever, pretty much.
Ever. Is that a receipt he wants saved, or does he want to say he was just kidding?
Does he care? That's the problem.
I probably not.
We have to bring back
not.
shame in 2026. We're running out of months in the year to do it.
I'm a big advocate of bringing shame back. Like, we should humiliate people. I think humiliation is a good ritual. I think it's a good deterrent of crime too. I think porno watchers, I think immodest females, scantily clad females should all be embarrassed publicly until their behavior is corrected. I think we should embarrass people more often. I think it's a good tool to use. What do you think, Jake?
I think when you have a prediction as wild as that one, if it's wrong, there should be consequences.
When Alan says the Jets should take Lenore Sell as number 1 overall, and then he does what he does last season, there's a an amount of embarrassment that you should face, right? Until that behavior is corrected. The other thing, the hernia. I had a hernia once. It was fine in a couple of weeks. I'm not a doctor, but what is the big deal about the hernia? Why is that? Like, we still have a month until the season, a month and a week until the season starts. Why is that
he
a big deal?
practiced and then got hurt again, you know?
You got to have surgery for the hernia, though. I mean,
he had the surgery, was cleared, was back out there practicing. Yesterday, didn't practice. They called it a maintenance day. Today, he also didn't practice. Glenn asked about it, saying, "Oh, actually, he suffered a setback
in the hernia."
Correct. So I don't know what that means. Was it not fully healed, and they thought it was?
I don't know. Okay, that's concerning. And how's my boy T'Vondre Sweat? Is he fine? Is he going to be? Is that just maintenance stuff too? Is that
T'Vondre Sweat? They say it's not going to keep him out that long, but I'm sorry, 350-pound guy, soft tissue hamstring type of injury, that concerns me. Pond still out. Osai still out. Like, the Jet defense was not that good with those guys. We didn't think they need those guys healthy for week 1.
The fear about Sweat is he's going to be like Chris Jenkins. Like, he's going to be great when he plays, but he's always going to be hurt because of his. Remember Chris Jenkins? Like, he's always going to be hurt because of his size, right? Like, that's kind of, he's 350 pounds. Like, that's why he's your favorite Longhorn, because like he stood. It was like when the Yankees got CC Sabathia. I'm watching. We had this Russian guy in my gym. Had never really seen baseball before. Right, the first baseball game he ever watched was CC Sabathia was pitching. He's like, look at the size of the pitcher. My God, right? That's kind of the way it is with T'Vondre Sweat. Like, he sticks out on the field. He's so massive. It's a good thing, but it also could lead to him being injured all the time in a sport like football.
Well, they need him because he was a vital piece to what their plan was to stop the run this year, to allow them to have more scenarios where they could rush or have exotic blitzes and get to the quarterback.
I guess every team goes through this, but it just seems like you're waiting for this team to be riddled with injuries. I mean, it's football. Everyone has injuries throughout the course of a season in football, but you're like just waiting for this to happen, right? Where everyone gets hurt again.
Yeah. I mean, you got to just hope that they get these guys back. They get some injury luck and they'll be ready to go. If Sweat is even close to what Chris Jenkins was, you'll take that, because the 2009 Chris Jenkins year was or 2008 Chris Jenkins.
Yeah.
And then he was great in 2009 before he got hurt. Then he got hurt again in week 1 in 2010. We never saw him again at the end of his career.
Against the Ravens on Monday night. Was that the last game he ever played?
Yep.
He was a Hall of Fame player, but it was the injuries. And then the Yankees traded for a catcher?
No.
Or so what was that about? Oh,
he was being a dick.
Busting your balls?
Yeah, he was saying, "Oh, you can get a catcher." Yeah, which is terrible. If you're a Met fan, you really can't talk trash, though. I mean, come on.
No, I hate the Yankees more than anybody. You don't hear me say a damn thing about any team in baseball. I don't say a word. The Mets are utter embarrassment. And this idea that they were going to trade Lindor. First of all, you don't have another shortstop in your organization. Second, he has a no trade clause. He loves it here. I don't understand how they.
And his value's down. So why trade him now when you're going to get 30 cents on the dollar for the guy?
Because I guess it would be something to talk about, Jake, this season. I know you're not a Mets fan. This season sucks, bro. Like, I have lifelong Met fans, friends who are lifelong Met fans who've checked out. Like, they can't take it anymore. This is equivalent to the Jets season last year for the Mets. It really is. Like, it's just unwatchable. There's nothing positive. You don't want. The hope is that no one on the team this year is on the team next year. Like, that's the hope, other than Soto. There's just nothing positive about the Mets. It's unwatchable. Like, I try to watch. I watch for like 3 innings. Like, I hate this team.
No matter what, he sit in his attic or the Mets.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't want to watch the Mets today. That's for sure. That's a good question, Jake.
So you're getting beast.
First of all, this is GSH. This is Global Studio Headquarters, the best in the world. From where? All over the world. See, that's how you deal with world leaders. And you're no world leader in my back pocket, pal. You're more like a 25-cent gumball machine. And knowing me, I love gumballs. Oh yeah, I'm a gumball man myself. And I'll never give up my gumballs. I sure as hell won't give up my favorite potato chip of all time, good old fashioned Cape Cod. I'm sure as hell ain't gonna give up my Slim Jims. But I am right about several things. The Mets do suck ass this year. If you look how bad it is, it's terrifying. It's a laugh. And I want nothing to do with this piece of shit. He's nothing more than a basement bunker warrior who sits in his black panties and creeping up his fucking ass. Because I got nothing to say to him. And you know what I mean by I got nothing to say to him. That's right.
I have no idea. What are you talking? I literally have no idea what you're rambling about. You went from I'm not a world leader to somebody walking around with their black panties up their ass. What are you talking about?
I said I'm a world leader. Did you read?
You're a world leader of what? Like
how about I go get
like
you
a governmental leader, like a political leader? Like what are you a leader of?
Ingresias Barreras. You have heard of Ingresias Barreras? That used to be the big hit on Univision. See, I used to watch a lot of cable. See, cable now sucks so bad because why? Because there's nothing on TV besides BS. There's nothing on besides other forms of stupid shit.
Really? Beast, are you honestly on drugs? Because are you honestly on drugs because you think you have 35 world belts? Your daughter does not have 5
motherfucker. Read the belts, motherfucker. You're a dumb shit.
Your daughter does not have 5 trillion
champions. On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Would you rather the Mets or Beast?
The Mets. I don't know. First of all, when you had him on earlier, he was reciting line by line the original Karate Kid. Did you pick up on that?
I did not notice that. No.
Yeah, the whole thing that he was doing was line by line from the Karate Kid. Like, how many times do you think he's seen it where he has memorized every single, or do you think he's some kind of weird idiot savant?
Savant, is that a term?
Yeah, well, I don't know, it might be out of style, but yeah, idiot savant.
Tom A says it was the Karate Kid Part 3.
Was it the Karate Kid Part 3? Okay.
Tom Ace is our resident expert on Karate Kid.
What and then when you just had him on, when you put him on with me, what was he talking about?
So Beast is in a war right now with our new friend, our new mod, Nightbot. Nightbot says that Beastbreaker can't carry his boots or wash his jock.
He's a world leader, like a political leader? Is that what he's saying? Like a governmental leader? What is that?
Nightbot or Beast?
Beast says, I'm not a world leader, but he's a world, like what kind of world leader leading the world? Like when I think of world leader, I think of like, a governmental leader or a political leader, like a president or an ambassador of some sort.
Beast, what type of world leader are you referring to?
I work with top star world leaders, and I do go with people from across the globe. See, that's what you fail to realize, Mr.
All right, stop right there. Stop right there.
You
work with them in what capacity? What do you do with the world
You try
leaders?
sitting there and you try sitting with board.
I don't want to try. I want you to tell.
That's what you Texans.
I want you to tell me in what capacity you work with these world leaders, and which world
your
leaders
horse
in particular.
for 1 minute. Look, manure head.
Let's have a discussion, Beast. Let's let each other talk.
Haul your horses for a minute. You're not flying solo with a cowboy hat on. Try riding with a baseball hat on once in a while, if you can do it. I work with world leaders. How do you think I got all of this?
You work
stuff?
with what?
How do you think I got all this? How do you think I
what-
got all this stuff, dum dum? How do you think I got it? It's called work, hard respect. Also sitting through meetings, going through tough times. Guess what? You fail. You fail to realize I'm not gonna even yell.
I want to ask you this. Yesterday, we have our landscaping guy come every Monday. Yesterday was over 100 degrees, and he was here working. How come you can't go to work as a lawnmower man when it's 85 degrees?
Do you ever read the goddamn newspaper?
He worked all day. He worked on my yard. He worked on every yard in the HOA.
This is how we
100 degrees outside.
It's the ignorance that you carry on your shoulder.
No, I'm asking a question though. Like he went to work when it was over 100. How come you can't go to work when it's over 85?
Invalid.
Do you think it might benefit your company?
You are invalid.
Do you think it may benefit your bottom line if you go to work as a landscaper when it's 85 degrees or higher?
You are ignorance to the world. You are ignorance to the world. You are real ignorant to the world. This is why people like you Bad society, bottom of the barrel. Stars like me,
Not top
rise
of
to the
society. Not top of
This is
society
how
like
we
you.
look at you now. I'm starting to realize that within the last 30 years, I've dealt with punks like you since high school. Let me run it by you. The tale of the tape, shall we, folks? Since 5th grade, how many assholes have I sent packing? Tons of them. They've all learned. You fuck with a falcon, you better learn to fly. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. You fuck with a falcon, you better learn to fly. That's a cold warning. Cold. See, I learned a lot.
Do you know how to fly?
Anderson. You want to play? That's right.
But see, Jake, this is
fuck
what
with a
I like.
How
That
do
hat,
you
by the
fly,
way.
B?
That's
Show
a
us
good
how.
looking hat, by the way.
Show Gary how you fly.
You want to glide? Position
Yes.
it for football. This is a football. This ain't no rubbery shit, chicken. You want to fly? You want to talk about glide?
I like how he
That's
says
how you
he's
fly,
at
baby.
the top of society and I'm bottom of the barrel. Look at him. Like, I'm not trying to be, but God dang. You get one life to live. God gives you one go at this. And
That's
this
how
is
you
how he
fly.
has to live his life. You guys laugh and think it's funny. You get
this is
one turn at
reality.
life. You get one at bat, and this is his at bat.
Yeah.
It's not
How do you
funny.
think
Like,
I
how
fly?
would you like
Why
your
do you
life
think I
to be
fly?
that way?
Hey, I'm a dangerous weapon of terror. That's why they don't make men like me anymore. You know why? Because today's men who walk around flip-flops and act like God's gift, they ain't got a dick to piss in or a thing to squat in, except for
Look
when
what
they
it just
sit
says.
and
They
pee.
don't have a dick to piss in. That's not even a coherent statement. They don't have a dick to piss in. What does that even like? What could that possibly mean? They don't have a dick to piss in. What? Who? What?
And this little threat.
Just stop. Explain to me what that sentence meant.
You know, right now I'm a little cranky right now, and I'm just throwing through the air. And,
Yeah, and I'm ready to be judged.
Your boyfriend Max,
Judge not,
Mr. Coattails.
Yeah,
Mr.
and I'm
Coattails
ready
is
to
sending
be
his little
judged.
threats.
M123.
I got news.
Can you hear me?
I got news for him.
Oh
Watch his
man,
mouth.
you do not
I'm
have
warning everyone.
35 world
Shut
belts.
the fuck
What
up.
drugs are you on?
Shut the fuck up, you flaky fruitcake. My daughter, she sees this kind of shit that you're putting up, she's gonna kick your teeth down your throat. And let me just say,
Can you hear me?
You don't want to play with me or my family because we will kick your ass so bad after we're done with you. After I'm done scraping the brains and breaking your goddamn
Yeah,
brain.
you know, B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Gary, I ask you again. B Static or the Mets?
The Mets. I don't even want to watch the Mets. I can't take the Mets anymore, but I'm taking the Mets over. Can you? This is the sentence he utters. Men these days don't have a dick to piss in. A dick to piss with? A pot to piss in? What was he even trying to go with there? But like nothing, there's nothing he. What is he? He says he's a world leader. Oh, okay, extraordinary. What does that mean? And he works with world leaders. What world leaders and in what capacity? What is he talking? I never have any
There's a
clue
guy on the
what
line
he's talking
celebrating a
about.
birthday today who's also the attorney at law for Beast. Maybe he has the answers.
The only thing better than Alden shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Happy birthday, Mr. Bonesy, everybody.
Happy birthday, 42?
42, man. Getting old.
Welcome to the 42 club. I have 3 more weeks in that club. So shout out to you.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you, fellas. Man, I don't even want to talk about Beast. Beast is a good dude. I don't know what you guys. It's training camp, and we're on here fucking. You're arguing with Beast. I don't know why you waste your time, Gary.
I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to understand. Men these days don't have a dick to piss in. What does that mean?
Dude.
That's your client. Shouldn't you be speaking for him?
All he meant was they don't have a pot to piss in. All right.
See?
Okay.
He's the attorney at law.
That's what he meant. You threw him off his spiel, fucking with him, making him think too much. Let Beast go, man. Just let him be Beast. Let him Beast.
Are you worried about him getting in any copyright trouble when he recites every line from The Karate Kid Part 3?
No, because
all right,
because that's how his brain operates.
What does he have? He's your client? What is his diagnosis? What was he diagnosed with?
Man disease. He's too much of a man.
Yeah, exactly. He's pure man. You
guys sit and laugh at him. How would you like if that was your life? If you lived that way,
don't judge him, man. Listen, there's people. At least Beast baby mama confirmed that he has a third leg. Okay.
I have to meet this woman. We have to have this woman that decided to lay down with him and carry his baby. We need.
Beast is a dangerous weapon of terror, Gary. He'll tell you himself.
I'm still. Would you like to live your life that way? Would you like to have his? You get one at bat in life, right? Like that's it. We don't get to live again. This is how he has to live. You guys laugh. Like I have a lot of compassion for him. I feel terrible for him, but like I don't know what he's doing to fix it.
Look, man, if he's happy, he's happy.
Is he?
I mean, listen. In his mind, he's happy. Just let him rock, man. Just let him
Beast,
be.
Are you happy in your mind?
Hey, you want to be with the best. You're gonna see the best. You're gonna get a new alliance soon. Full the best
this is
across the
Beast.
world. And
are you happy?
Are walking on thin ice.
If you want to be with the best, you have to beat the best. Is that what he said? But how does that answer the question?
You want to get a hockey stick? You want to play hockey? I'll tell you what. You bring your
Can
hockey
I talk
stick
some
up here,
Jets here?
I'll
hockey.
Yeah, B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Let's talk some Jets, Mr. Bones. It is your birthday
Thank
after
the
all.
Lord Jesus. Thank the Lord Jesus. Can we just recap the amazing weekend we had? And I just want to thank you for the you always take care of me on these things. Nick Shine and Chef Kev and Jay Quest coming through. Everybody was great. Amanda was great this weekend. Everybody, man, your brother. I had such a great time and watching the Jets. Like last year's hope that we had was bullshit. Geno Smith came in. I mean, Justin Fields came in. You hated how the Rodgers stuff ended. Glenn started off on a bad thing. I hated Fields. That was fake potential. That was fake hope. This year we have skilled players. We have veteran coaches. I firmly will die on the rock that that Frank Reich is going to be a breath of fresh air to just to keep us average, and you can tell just from the practices that the offense is going to be different. We have a plan. The players are buying in. I met Garrett Wilson. I dabbed him up. He was so great. All the players are so great to Sonny. We had such an incredible time, man. Garrett was fantastic, man. He's talked to me for a couple minutes. Like he's the man, and he's so hopeful this year. And he promised it's going to be different. And I believe him, man. I looked him in the eyes and said, "We just want meaningful games." You said that. I told him, you just said it a couple days ago in your press conference, and it hits home, man. That's what we want, and we recognize it, man. It was a great weekend.
Did Sonny have the greatest day ever on Saturday?
I don't think it could have went better for him. He started off like shy as normal because he's only 7, so he's still getting there. But meeting all the players, he was giddy the whole time. Even leaving Chef Kev's restaurant, he was like, "Daddy, man, how far is Chef Kevin's restaurant? That food was good." Like we just had a great time. The players were fantastic. It was such a good weekend, man. I just
tell the story of which Jet player offered to give Sonny his helmet, and Sonny's like, "It's okay."
So Jonathan Kingsley walks up, and I'm pretty, good with the numbers and knowing who it is. And he walked up and I go, "Kingsley, baby, let's go." And he looked at me like, "Oh, you know who I am? Okay." And he just gave Sonny the whole, handing him his helmet, signing everything. And he's like, "Hey, Sonny, you want my helmet?" And Sonny's like, "It's a little heavy. No, thanks." I'm like, "Sonny, take the helmet." He's like, "No, it was heavy, Dad." I'm like, "Are you crazy, bro?" So Kingsley tried to give us his helmet, and Sonny denied him. I wanted to snatch it, like, "Hey, man, we'll take it, bro." But I didn't want to be, too pushy. But what a guy, man. He gave us time to. Everybody did. We met Brees. I didn't get a picture with Sonny and Brees because I was too busy just You know, Brees was like the second guy. First it was Geno, then it was Harrison Phillips, then it was Brees, and I was just like, just in awe, man. Sonny was just glowing, you know. It was fucking. Amanda was next to me the whole time too, getting all the same, you know, action. It was really fun, man. It was great time. Couldn't have gone better.
Jets football. Now you're back to believing, Bonesy. That's all it took.
Hey, I've been believing in Frank Reich, though, since day one, since we signed him. You know, I've been the biggest advocate for Frank Reich, and I don't care what Gypsy said and everybody. He is a veteran coach that we needed on offense, and you can tell by listening to the players. Garrett doesn't say every year that something special is going on. He doesn't say that every year like normal people do. Like, I believe him when he feels it. And, you know, shit could always go wrong with the Jets. Look at Sadiq already, you know, nursing his injury. So, but I'm okay with Sadiq taking it slow because Mason Taylor's a dog. And if Ruckert is, you know, Frank Reich loves his tight ends. We saw it. Jelani Woods looked like a fucking tree out there just catching everything. You know, it was like, I'm not worried about Sadiq. I'm only worried about him learning the playbook and you know, having to start off slow and not getting as many plays. But I'm excited, man. The potential is real. The defense has veterans. You know, you saw DeMario out there. Just the way DeMario would talk to players. Like Nick Shine said on his show, he literally, like, I just want to listen to what he's saying. Like, he was just, you could tell he was just talking to the young cats and just like schooling them. It was awesome. And the fact that we were, normally it's like 3,000 people at camp. It was only 300. It was so low key and perfect. It couldn't have been a better day, man. Weather was good. Chef Kev's was perfect. Yeah, I was leaving, and as I was leaving, Rich Cimini was getting there. And I walked by him and they go, Rich, man, you know, you've been great for all these years, but since you've been hanging out with Jake, I feel like your stock is skyrocketing. He was like, oh, Jake is great. The show's been great for me. He was so cool to talk to too. Everybody. What a weekend. What a weekend.
Love it. Well, Bonesy, before you run, there's a couple of people on the line that want to say hello to you and wish you a very happy birthday on a day where you turn 42 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to this man.
These goddamn exploding cigars. I gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
Bonesy, baby.
Hey, my paisana.
What's happening?
Baby? We missed you, man. We missed you.
I hear you. I had my club championship on Saturday. I played like shit. My golf game is so bad. I'm throwing the clubs in the water. I'm done. Anyhow, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And I look at Sonny's picture. Now, let's put life in perspective. When I was 7 years old, it was our Super Bowl season, and I went to the championship game with my dad against the Raiders. And if I was at that thing, I knew every player. I knew every number, what player was, what they were doing. That's how complete a Jet fan I was at 7 years old. I'm not taking anything away from your son, but when I looked at your son, I said to myself, here I am, 65 years old, and I was 7 the last time we had a meaningful year with a Super Bowl. That is a scary, scary thought. That's all I wanted to think, all I could think about. Now, I'm having a problem. I'm trying to log on to my DraftKings account, and I can't get on, Jake. But I want to make a bet for the Jets to win the Super Bowl.
Use your PrizePicks account instead.
Wait a minute. Do you know what the odds are on DraftKings?
Oh, God.
It's 35,000 to 1.
I'll take the bet for you, Neil. You can just Venmo me the money. I'll
Venmo you the money, and you get a piece of the bet. What's $50 going to get me?
I'll take the full bet. You name the odds you want. I'll take your money and I will pay you out.
No,
you
I don't want you not to make a bet because you won't make the bet. You'll just take the $50 and put it away.
But Neil,
in the meantime, I'll have to have you fucking killed if we get to the Super Bowl. You'll be the only guy that doesn't want him to win a Super Bowl because you got my bet.
Neil, if the Jets, if you made that bet with Jake and the Jets won, we could rally all the money to fill your bet with how fucking happy we would be.
We'll make it up.
Wait a minute. What's
15,000 easy?
What's 35,000 to 1 for $50? I want to know. I don't even know what the number is. I can't even calculate it. Let's
Someone
think
in the
about
chat do math.
Yeah, I'm not a.
Put 35,000 to 1 in for $50.
Is that 350? Gary 3D boxes is 1.74 million. Is that correct?
No way. No way.
For $50?
No way.
No, not for 50.
I
That's
might
too
be.
much.
I mean, 35,000
No
to
way.
1 is fucking ridiculous.
1.5 million? Maybe it is in the millions.
That's crazy.
No, that doesn't sound right. It would have to
It doesn't, but it's a bet I could have made. I'm trying to log on. It says place the bet. I
me see
put
if I
my
can do it.
debit card in. It wouldn't accept it because I have a Caesars account. I don't have a DraftKings one. I made the account and they won't accept it, or I had an account. Something happened.
Let me see if I can get this.
This is insane. I mean, I bet them to win a Super Bowl every year. I think I got 300 to 1, 250 to 1. I mean, 35,000 to 1. Is that real? It can't be real.
Meaningful games, Neil. That's all we need, baby. Meaningful
I get it,
games.
but Jake, that can't be real.
All right, Neil, I got it right here. I'm on FanDuel. $50 on the Jets to win the Super Bowl at plus 35,000. It's the same odds that DraftKings offered you to win $17,500.
That's for $50.
Yes. That is not 1 point.
That would be insane.
Yeah, that's.
That'd be
17 grand for $50.
There it
All
is.
right, I'm gonna Venmo you the $50. That's
I'll
my
take the bet for you. I can come up with 17.5K.
Easy.
No, you're not taking the fucking bet for me. You're gonna put the bet in, and I'm gonna Venmo you $50. I want it on
Jake's the
record.
new bookie. Jake's our new bookie.
I'll take your bet for you. I'll take your money and I'll get you a better return. I'll put that on the Jets to win week 1. We got better odds of winning that one than the Jets winning the Super Bowl.
But hey, Bulgy, you made a very, very valid point.
Also, it's not here's the issue with the breakdown here. It's plus 3. No, the chat is confusing me here. Because they're saying plus 3,500 isn't 35. It's 350 to 1. Gary's right. Gary is spot on here. The odds represent plus 350, right, Gary? That's why
correct.
It pays out 17.5K.
Why did I see 35,000 to 1?
It's plus 35,000, which means every $100 you bet, you win $3,500.
Correct.
35,000 to 1 would mean every
that
dollar
makes more
you bet.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Now I can at least watch the
Put
game.
100 in. Put 100 in for 35K.
All right, let's do it. But you know what?
Take it back.
I'm going to put 100 in for 35. I usually put 500 in every year. I've done it, and I'm going to tell you something, Jake.
Maybe don't do it one year. That will be the year.
Do you know my friend? Hold on, Neil.
Dude,
my friend Larry.
10, shut up, Posey. 2009 and 10. I hedged the bet. I made $7,000 on both of those years because I hedged the bet.
I would do it, Neil. I had a roommate my sophomore year of college, one of my best friends from college. He's from Miami. Every year, his dad would bet $1,000 for the Marlins to win the World Series. When they beat the Yankees in 2004, the year after he was my roommate.
03, but yes.
Anyway, 03, whatever it was. It was 80,000. It was plus 80,000. So it was twice as crazy as the Jets odds. So his $1,000 bet made him whatever it was, like $800,000. I mean, he's lost every year since, but he hit it. So like,
right?
The
I mean,
$100 not gonna put you in a poorhouse, right? Just make
you got to realize something, guys. There's people out there that huddle around lottery machines, putting money on the New York Lotto to win $60 million. These morons. I mean.
Too many
Hey, now I can tell you
Neil.
this story, Jake. My friend Larry, who came to Vegas with us, he put $100 on the Knicks last year to win the finals. He won like 35 grand this year.
Wow.
he does it every year too. I have all the slips to prove it. He bet right before the playoffs too. He must have made like 3 or 4 like $50 bets, $100 bets, and they all hit. He fucking raked this year. The Knicks, man. I'm still living through them. Not to bring them up again, but I
Bring Larry to Nashville if he's as fun as he was in Vegas a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Oh man, but fellas, I gotta get back to work. I appreciate all the love and all the happy birthday wishes.
Don't
Gary,
act
I
like
wish
you
you were
got
there
work
with
to
us.
do.
Hold on. There's one
Don't act
final
like you got
surprise
work to
for you,
do.
Mr. Bonesy. Ladies and gentlemen, here to sing happy birthday to Mr. Bonesy.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Well, Mr. Bonesy, do you see how strong Jake is? He threw me against the wall. He's strong, isn't he?
He is strong. I feel his
I
muscles every
miss
time
you,
I sit next
Mr.
to him.
Bonesy. Are you going to be coming to the Jet game, the Miami game?
I will be there, Bobby. I can't wait to give you a big hug.
Me and Michael are going. We're going to drive down. The other guy couldn't make it.
Oh wow! Okay.
To now, so we're going to be.
So I'm going to meet
down.
Beast and Bobby
So I
at the
wanna
same
sing happy
party.
birthday to you.
Yeah. God.
Because it's your 46th.
That's good. That's good.
And Mikey, don't forget Mikey.
And Mikey, I can't wait to give Mikey a hug as
Put me
well.
on full screen, Jake.
Yeah, squeeze the breast, Bobby. Go ahead. Here we
Yeah,
go.
he's a good guy. No, this is what I do. No.
Oh.
That's another one. Okay, let's go. Full screen. I'm gonna get a haircut next Thursday. Then my foot doctor goes. Okay, ready, Jake? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Bonesy. Happy birthday to you. And I hope you have a great one. How's that? Good?
That was perfect, Bobby. That's perfect. I love you, man. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
I can't wait to meet you.
Yeah, it's going to be Miami's going to be fun.
Good
Miami
to
is
see
going
you,
to be
Mr.
fun.
Bonesy.
Hell yeah, Bobby. I'm excited. Let's go
Yeah,
Jets.
I
Let's hope
so.
that
think
at
they're
the end
gonna
of
have a
this
good season.
October.
I'm going positive.
Bobby,
yeah,
job
yeah,
well
not
done.
like last year. No, I think
Hell yeah.
Bonesy, happy birthday,
Well,
man.
I want to talk to you, Jake, too.
I'll talk to you. I'm saying goodbye to Bonesy
I want to
first.
talk
It's his
to you
birthday.
too, Jake.
Yes, Bobby. Yes. I'm
Okay,
here.
that's fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna get a haircut on Thursday, next Thursday. Then Friday, I hope I could get my shoe off. Perfect. Desiree
When's
will
the next
cut
shower?
my hair next Thursday. I already took a shower today. I forgot to shave though. I need to shave. Look at that.
Go
Ooh.
shave. Go
So
shave right now.
I took Robbie Sable to win that thing. He's a
Robbie
great
Sabo right
co-host.
now is winning.
Yeah, I'm taking him. Yeah. We'll get your money right away soon, Jake.
All right. I
For
put
the
2
game,
tickets
okay?
aside for you guys. I trust you.
All right. Sounds
All right.
good.
Go shave, Bobby.
Yeah, I trust you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Midnight.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Last chance to get in on the show and the raffle for this show here. Brees Hall signed helmet. We only have 6 gifted memberships at this point. So let's make it interesting. Anyone who gifts 5 or more, we're going to double it. So if you gift 5, you're actually in for 10, 20, you're in for 40. That accounts for the weekly raffle, which if you're just tuning in for the first time this week, here are the 4 prizes I'm giving away on Sunday. A Jets Legends jersey, Curtis Martin signed helmet, Joe Klecko signed helmet, Joe Namath signed helmet, Jets Hall of Fame themed helmet raffle for our 83rd As Maniac raffle. Lou B says Beast is going to prove today he's an American with the guitar. Beast, what does that hear about you being an American?
Don't worry about it. You'll see in the coming hours. And don't worry, I got some surprising news. There'll be a new alliance coming its way with some businessmen that I'm going to.
There's a new alliance. Is Gary in the alliance?
Oh, nope. Tickets already been denied. As in, denied.
Gary, you've been denied from the new alliance. Your thoughts?
I'm actually fine with that. I'm fine with that. I wouldn't want to be aligned with anything that Beast is associated with. That's for sure.
All right. Thank you both for the time.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Gino. I got you. Gino, you look great. I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was close. But who is Ryan? Narrowly edged out Mad Max by gifting 5 memberships. So Ryan McCarthy, you, sir, are in the raffle for 10. He gifted 5 channel memberships.
Who want to fly with them? Yeah!
Mad Max, here's your consolation prize. 5 entries in the raffle, and you get to be our very next caller here on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing. Get close to the speakers and sing along.
If Mad Max ain't yapping about jets, that boy, he's jamming. He's slamming, freaking dancing, wall smashing. I'm Jake Asman. If Mad Max ain't ever stopped yapping, that boy, he still be dancing. Then call Jake Asman. He got an orange wall.
What's up, Asmaniacs? Now he's here, mate. Let's talk about Sadiq. Sadiq with a certified freak. 7 days a week, have a hernia freak. Sadiq, 7 days a week. I think he could be good for the Jets, but I am concerned about the injuries, honestly. And you do not have 35 world belts. I don't know what drugs.
First of all, shut the fuck up.
Devin says, Jake, the show is amazing. Well, thank you, Devin. I appreciate that. If you're just tuning in, reminder, tailgate in Nashville, tickets on sale now, gamedayflightcrew.com. Code Jake will save you $10. Jake 10 at checkout, code Jake 10, as you see there on the screen, will save you $10. Curly Norman says, Roger Saffold will play before we see Sadiq or Sweat. Come on, Curly. Can't be this negative. Roger Saffold. Good God. All right. More of your calls before we wrap this baby up. We have not heard from this man in quite some time. He did win the Azzy for the Can't Be Phased. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in months, it's time to Cho and Chill. Gator says, I think Big Cho might need an intro.
Big Cho. Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. Big Cho. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. We're talking about Big Cho. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands early. Came home just chilling. Big Cho. Jake.
Big Cho. Cho.
How you doing, brother?
I miss you, Big Cho. How are you?
As you can see, I got a sling on. I'm recovering from soldier surgery July 2nd. 5 weeks will be this Thursday. I had a massive rotator cuff tear. They did 7 holes instead of 4. I have to be in a sling for 6 weeks instead of 4. And I have to rehab 5 to 6 months instead of 3 to 4 months.
What does this mean for your chances of making it to October 25th? Jets Dolphins at MetLife.
I'm going to be there. I've already bought my ticket.
Not all heroes wear capes, folks. Big Cho is a living legend.
I'm definitely going to be there. I got my Airbnb from last year. I bought my
Big Cho.
I bought my ticket from you last week or the week before.
Yep, I got your payment. I made sure that you're all set. I know you went on Party Full and used that link and reserved your spot, so you should be ready to roll.
Appreciate it. Want to try to reserve a seat next to you this year if I can.
Big Cho, it'd be an honor.
I mean, seriously, I'd like to sit next to you this year.
Like directly next to me? One row in front of me? To my right? To my left? What are we thinking?
Let's go big. Right next to you.
Right next to me? What if Beast is already next to me?
On the other side.
All right, so I'll be in the middle of you and Beast.
There you go.
All right, we'll see what the Jets can do with them.
Is Beast coming?
Oh, Beast will be there.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
We're talking about Big Cho.
Beast, are you excited to meet Big Cho?
I got him a present. What? How would you like to have one of these there, Cho?
What is it?
That's the Icy Hot. This actually helps. You put it on your back, you'll feel like a new man by the end of the day. You'll be like, ah.
Appreciate that. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Beast.
Hey, I want my meeting. Hey, this is my first time meeting a college basketball coach. Hey, I've seen some good guys, but you're a good guy. I can't take nothing away from you. And how's your back?
My back's better. I'm just dealing with my shoulder now.
Oh shit.
Big Cho.
I'll have to, you know what I'm gonna have to do? When I get some more money, I'm gonna get you one of them compressors. What you do is you can do it 2 ways. You can do it hot or you can do it cold. But if you do it cold, You have to put it in the freezer for 12 hours, and then what you do is you got to put it right here on your arm, and you're gonna have to ask somebody to tape you up for about a good 30 minutes. What you're gonna do is you're gonna sit, you're gonna relax, and you're gonna let that seep in. It's gonna sting a little, but you gotta let it seep in. It's gonna hurt for a little, but just relax, like breathe in.
Good job.
Breathe out.
Can you
That's
hear
all
me?
do. Breathe in, breathe out. I don't want to talk to you. So if you want anything you need, you let me know up front, and I can go get you some.
Oh my God.
Are you all right there,
Appreciate it,
Joe?
Yeah,
All
appreciate
right,
you.
hey, I'm gonna take
Can you hear
very,
me?
very good care of you. I don't want to talk to you. Soy es puta madre, way. Now don't ask, Joe. I take very good Spanish, very, very well.
Oh
And
man.
this punk better watch it, because he's got a red bullseye right on the tip of the
Beast, you and your daughter can't even beat me to fight.
Oh, we
honestly.
will kill you. We will kill you, because you don't want to go this far with me, boy.
Big Joe, you got to make sure you keep Beast in line if him and Mad Max see one another at that game on October 25th.
I have to be the mediator.
You might have to be.
I got you.
Big Joe. What else is new, Big Joe? You getting ready for the college basketball season soon?
Yeah, I've been working from home because I can't drive until probably August 13th, but coach is coming to pick me up Sunday. We have an elite camp, about 115 elite players going to be on campus going at it for 4 hours. I'm going to be there, sling in hand. He's picking me up about 9 o'clock. The camp's from 1 to 5. And then the following week, I'll still do rehab and hopefully get cleared to drive on August the 13th and get out of my sling so I can start going back to campus the week of August 17th. That's the plan.
Nobody does it like you, Big Joe.
We're talking about Big Joe.
I try to get it done, man. Hey, I want to talk to you about, I had a hernia issue way back in the day, back in 2001. And it was a sports hernia near my groin. And it took a while to recover. I know the first couple of days, I was still married at the time. It took my wife to get me out of bed to use the restroom. Big Joe!
Really?
So it's a serious deal, man. It just depends on what type of hernia he has. Does he have a sports hernia or?
Sports hernia.
Yeah, it's near his lower groin area.
I didn't specifically feel around there, so I'm not sure.
Well, I didn't want you to feel around there. I thought maybe somebody would tell you.
Calm your freaky down.
I was just getting ready to say that, Jake. No feeling. Somebody can tell you. Hey, Jake, who do you think is going to be in the World Series?
I'm not very confident that it will be the Yankees after their inaction at the trade deadline.
I'm hoping it's not the Yankees or the Dodgers.
Well, I think the Dodgers feel way more likely than the Yankees, even with the American League being trash.
Yeah, well, my Orioles became sellers this weekend, which was disappointing. We got rid of a lot of players, but I guess they know what they're doing. We got a bunch of good prospects, especially from Boston.
Big Joe.
So we see.
Big Joe, nobody does a transition like you from talking about sending Sadiq's groin to the Yankees World Series chances.
Yeah, I thought I'd mix it up, throw change up.
Big Joe, Beast's grandpa always said nothing lasts forever.
What's that mean?
You're gonna have to ask Beast about that one day.
Nothing lasts forever. On the perspective of life, that's probably true. How you been, Jake? I haven't talked to you in a while. You doing okay?
I've been doing well, Big Joe. Been a little busy of late. A lot of extra radio in July, but getting back to more of a normal schedule, it appears, these next few weeks here with training camp.
Sorry I haven't been able to call. Just been rehabbing my shoulder and all. I had a chance this morning. I went to my pain management follow-up doctor this morning, and then I had a Zoom call with another doctor. So I had a chance to be up early and done with rehab. So I thought I'd call you today.
Well, I'm glad you called in, Big Joe. It's been great to see you back on the show. Hopefully you call again soon. I know the audience has been asking about you.
Well, I appreciate it. I miss you guys a lot. And Shania and I are still working on our show, so hopefully we'll be able to record something. We're going to try to record something Thursday night and drop it next week, so I'll let you know.
Well, please keep us posted so we can promote the hell out of it.
Definitely will, and I'm definitely coming to the meetup. I wouldn't miss it for the world, man.
Well, I can't wait, Big Joe. We're going to have a great time together.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I need a request that somebody can bring a chair for me again.
You want Bobby Midnight's chair that he sat in for decades?
I don't know. Somebody gave me a chair last time. It really helped out.
Well, we'll do our best to get you the chair that you deserve, Big Joe.
I don't think I could stand the whole time, to be honest with you, Jake.
What if we got you a hammock? Would you be interested in that?
A hammock? Nah, I don't need a hammock. Are you
Tom Ace gave you the chair. Tom Ace says I gave Joe the chair.
And I appreciate that. Hopefully I can get that hookup again. Yeah, everybody was awesome. That's why I'm coming back again. The is there going to be a price for the tailgate itself? Or
yes, there will be. We are finalizing those details in the coming weeks here, so stay tuned.
Okay, and so you just need to buy a tailgate ticket then when it comes out?
Exactly.
And that'll RSVP you then as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I've been trying to get a hold of my man Eric. I was hoping him and I could get together. He gave me a ride back from the Jets game to my Airbnb on Sunday.
What if Nick Shine drove you?
Well, he's usually tied up with family, so I was hoping to get up with Eric, maybe take him out to lunch or something.
Nick Shine's our director of Asmaniac passenger pickups.
He is, for real?
He is.
We're talking about Big Joe.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll probably end up trying to call that young lady that picked me up last year to see if she's available to go out to lunch. But if she's not, I'll probably need a ride. I'll take somebody out to lunch for picking me up.
Oh, yeah, Big Joe.
They get free lunch for picking me up.
Calm your freaky down.
We know what that means.
What's that?
Free lunch? We know what that means.
What?
Oh, you know.
Calm your freaky down, Jake.
Calm your freaky down.
Thank you, Big Joe. You have a great day, all right?
Do the same. It was great talking with you, man. Thanks for the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Joe.
Jets, Jets.
All right, I got time for maybe one or two more. I do want to acknowledge Mad Max's incredible generosity today. How about a 10 spot from Mad Max? He's the leader in the clubhouse for a Breece Hall signed helmet today on the program.
Sweet. Good job.
Max, you get another chance here with your call.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Sadiq is going to hopefully he's back in week 1, but let's see, Jake. I'm a little concerned. And then with what is your thoughts on signing Vita Vea because of Devondre Sweat's injury?
Well, you'd have to trade for Vita Vea, and I don't think the Jets are going to do that.
I think it should happen, though. He's a dominant defensive player. You know, we do need more run stoppers, Jake.
But what are you paying him after you sign him? Like he wants to be traded because he wants to be paid. So you got to acquire him, pay him, and he's over 30 years old. So I don't think that makes much sense.
Would 4 years, $120 million work, Jake?
He's 31 years old, man, Max. Like he doesn't fit the timeline for the Jets.
I mean, I think he's still be good though, Jake.
He's still very good. That's not the issue. The issue is the Jets aren't a contending team. You would trade draft capital and give out a contract to a player like that.
I mean, what would you give up for Vita if we would get him? What would you give up?
I wouldn't trade for him. It's going to cost you probably at least a second or third round pick.
I would trade him though. I mean, really?
You would trade a second or a third round pick for Vita Vea right now.
I would.
And then
would
give him a new contract.
Yeah, because he's actually a good player. We know our defense last year, Jake, was horrible.
But T'Vondre Sweat is not missing the whole season. The Jets say he's ready for week 1.
But he's 300 pounds, so
so was Vita Vea.
But if Vita Vea stay more healthy than
he's 347 pounds.
I would still sign him, Jake. We need more run stoppers. We still need like more.
You can't sign him. You need to trade for him.
We can still trade for him, Jake, because you know what I mean? He is a good player. Our defense last year was weak. We do need more run. Our run defense was weak last year.
What if we put Beast Breaker up the middle as our big run stuffer instead?
I think it could work, but let's see. But Beast, he needs to stop faking he has 35 world belts. His daughter does not have 5 cheerleading championships. He doesn't have 35 world belts. I don't know what drugs Beast has on. Like, I don't know.
Beast is a multi-time world champion.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. It's
yes,
all AI. It's all AI. He's not a bake-off champion 1996. He's not.
No, the bake-off championship is as legitimate as anything.
I mean, maybe the 8-time football coach of the year. That's not legit.
He's won all the awards, Mad Max. What don't you understand?
I just think it's all AI. That's what I think.
Multi-time champion. 35 belts.
I mean, the 35 belts, if someone actually had a world belt, they would show it on the screen.
You want 35 world belts, Mad Max?
Yeah, let's see. I think it's AI. I know it's AI. Just from the AI graphic.
Wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, this 256-pound man, the 8-time superstar of the year with 2 Grand Slams, 3-time dancing champion of the year, 3-time announcer of the year, 3-time man of the year, 2-time Asmaniac of the month, 2-time manager of the year, 2-time comeback player of the year, 2-time home run hitting champion, 2-time FTW champion, 2-time superstar of the decade, 2-time rookie of the year, 1-time party of the year, 1-time football coach of the year, 1-time wildest hair of the year, and 1-time bake-off champion 1996.
And I'm just getting started.
It's the Great Beast Breaker.
That's what you call superstar caliber. See, stars like Shane Douglas, Raven, Rhino, the Steiners, Luger, Sting. These were men that I grew up with, and I fled the way, and I paved the way. See, I'm going to go down 50 years from now into the history books with all those other greats. You can take the likes of the great Lou Thesz, George Hackensmith, Jim Lundas, even George Hackensmith, even Gene Kaniski.
B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
The big fella writes in, Beast, any way we could squash the beef with Max to allow him into the Dark Alliance, we need as many as possible to fight Nightbot.
Not even cigar and rum, not a chance in hell. After what I've seen from this punk, it's called, you got to earn your stripes. See, I earned my stripes the hard way. See, at his age, what was I doing? I was earning my keep by climbing that ladder of success year after year after year. I took my ass to the test. And where did I start it at? At the power plant. The power plant is where it's at. You know why? You get stretched and stretched so bad when your face turns purple and you're stretched to the point where your eyeballs are going to pop. That's when you know.
Yeah, B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Big fella, I think that is going to be a no from Beast on that one. Spencer Green says, Paul Heyman said you're a fraud, Beast. I don't know. Spencer, appreciate the super chat. Last chance here, ladies and gentlemen. I got time for 2 more calls. Both of these men are outstanding human beings. And our next caller was, in fact, at our meetup on Saturday.
My name is Lumpy, not Lumpy. I'm not De Niro. Just call me Lumpy. I had a mullet the last time the Jets were winners. Don't call me Lumpy, 'cause I'm friggin' Lumpy.
How you doing, Jake? What's going on?
What's up, man? What's up, Lumpy?
That meetup was great. Listen, isn't Beast up for another award this year? Attic Grill Master Award this year?
We have a ton of Beast Awards still
Yeah,
to
I
go.
think
The
it's gonna
Beast
answer
Breaker
the
Best Moment. Yep, there's tons.
Listen, that meetup was great. I suggest anybody goes to it. I mean, I was chopping it up with Amari. He's such a great dude. A big fella for a while. Yo Holmes, just got to meet him. Tom Ace, Jake, everybody was, somebody's there. And I suggest that everybody, am I choppy up here? I'm getting choppy here.
No, you're good. You're good. Your audio's not great, but we hear you.
Okay. Well, now let me get a little closer. So, like I said, I just, anybody who's thinking about going, definitely go. It's different to sit there and talk to the people that you see all the time. It's such a great community. And Jake, you always crush it. Every single thing you do, everything you do, you crush it, Jake. And, thank you for what you do. That's really what I wanted to say. I had a great time. I didn't make the practice, so it was a nice 3-hour drive for me from Eastern Long Island. But I wanted to meet up with you guys since I'm missing the football games, due to previous events I have to go to.
Well, I'm so glad you made it, Luffy. It was awesome to hang with you for a little bit. And I know the traffic getting back to Long Island is brutal coming from Jersey. So thank God that you were able to get back all right. 3 hours is a pretty good time.
Yeah, I got back a little bit quicker because I was an idiot when I did the GPS. I didn't realize I hit no tolls. Next thing you know, I'm running through New York City. What the hell did I do? Yeah, one of those things. So it sucked. But listen, guys, like I said, anytime you do that, just go if you can. Go if you can. It is amazing. It's awesome. It makes this community stronger too as well.
Amen.
Yeah, Jess, we're around the corner, Jake. Real football talk. I can't wait. It's going to be great. I think the season is going to be. I think they'll play harder than you expect. I think the team is definitely. You can see the positive vibes. I mean, everybody went to the practice. You can hear what the players are saying. A lot of good feedback. What as Maniacs say is always true, right, Jake?
Always.
Yeah. So listen, I'm looking forward to the season. Sadiq's injury. Like I said, he was going to come along slow anyway. I'm just worried about his reps as a rookie early on. I think that's important. He might be a half a season behind when he gets going. But other than that, I think we got a good, solid team. But, we're not going to, make the playoffs, I don't think. I really don't, unless they really surprise me. But I'm definitely excited to see the coaching changes, especially Frank Wright. I think he's going to make a solid difference on offense. I think there's going to be continuity. He's going to be thinking 2 plays ahead when he's calling his first play. Nothing like we used to see, They wait until they get third down and long, then they run up the middle and that kind of crap. You're not going to see that. You're going to see a little bit more complex in their play call. And I think that's what I'm looking for. So, Jake,
Amen.
Nice to see you again, Jake.
Luffy, you're the man. Great call. Great to see you. Love that. Luffy driving 3 hours. Come on out and hang with us at Cloverleaf Tavern. Big fella in the raffle for 2. Beast, pay attention to this comment here. Goodness.
Good job.
I'm letting Mad Max in the Dark Alliance since I won the Dark Alliance region in the Asmaniac tournament. We need all hands on deck to defeat Nightbot. Beast, your thoughts on Mad Max joining the Dark Alliance?
He's gonna need to get slammed more. He's gonna get rocked into ladders, and he's gonna learn pain like he hasn't been to the power plant in years. See, you take the likes of Big Show, Sergeant Buddy Parker, Flying Brian. I'm gonna stretch him and break him in so bad that when he gets up the next morning, he's gonna be crying mama on his way out of the power plant. See, this is like WCW.
Just leave a message. Just leave a message. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that one, Beast. Ladies and gentlemen, today's closer is on the line, and then we'll declare a winner in the Azzy Awards for favorite co-host. Right now, Robbie Sabo's in control, but it's not over till it's over, baby. Our closer is a father of 3.
Adam is cool, although kind of basic. He claims he's too cool, though often quite basic. He makes great jet points, looks a little basic. Adam is cool, too cool, but basic. Some would say generic.
Hey Jake, hey Asmaniacs, what's going on?
Adam.
Oh man, I'm barely getting any sleep these days, but still catching up on everything. A couple hours late. I didn't even realize that the Azzy I was in was yesterday. So whoops on that one. But I'm glad that Cho won because Cho really is the never phased of all. So it's pretty cool. Awesome job, Big Cho. Get back here. We miss you a lot, and I love the Indiana shirt you got on too. It's pretty sweet. I was looking at some interesting stuff. So like fantasy sports, we're getting there now. The Yahoo Fantasy rankings had Breece Hall at like number 17 in terms of, I think, rushing yards. And I was just like, I feel like they're really low ball on Brees. Like a healthy Brees and a competent offense, I feel like he'll definitely exceed those numbers. What do you think?
I feel like Brees could have a better year than that with his offensive line. He's dealt with some injuries in his career, so that's always the thing. And there's just a lot of unknown with what the Jets are as an offense with Geno and Frank Reich. Like there's just a lot of question marks. So like people got burnt bad when they invested so much in Garrett and Brees as top 10 picks in fantasy football a few years ago. I think some of that still affects how fantasy owners view the Jets.
Yeah, the whole idea like we want to see a modern offense. I think we got to like cool our Jets a little bit because we don't have a mobile quarterback. That's just the game now. You need a mobile quarterback. Geno is not known as mobile, so now we're looking at are we looking at like Aaron Rodgers like 2 years ago in terms of productivity? We're not expecting like Geno to be a running threat. I don't think we want to. But so that's a miss. And then we are not sorted on kicker. Like I think we do need to start talking about like, do we have a kicker that can actually make something longer than 55 yards? Because we can't, and that's also like missing out because half the league can hit from 60 now, and we got to be in that club if we're going to be competitive on offense. Otherwise, we have a much longer field than the rest of the league.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, in terms of the first jersey I settled on for the rookies this year, I settled on Cooper because Cooper's here. I feel bad for Pons because he's missing out on valuable reps, but you know what? I know Coop's great. I'm looking forward to that. He's going to do great. He's gonna be plug and play. And for Pons, with Pons, Sadiq, all those other folks, the rookies, this is kind of a training year anyway. I'm not like asking a lot out of them other than for them to show up and not embarrass themselves. So if they need some more time to get on the field and learn the playbook and to be healthy, that's worth it because like we're really playing for 27, but whatever we can do in 26 will be icing on the cake, right? Cherry on top if we can actually make the playoffs. I hope we can because I think
be competitive, be fun,
yeah.
Win some games early. Give us a season where we're locked in, where the games matter going into November. Like
exactly.
Like we don't want to just watch because we're diehards and we're going to watch anyway. Like we want some real stakes on the line, some juice in these games. They got to matter, all that.
And every week, just find a win. Don't be like, oh, Green Bay is going to be bad. Like, we don't know. Everyone's like, oh, the Jets are going to be bad. Like, nobody knows anything until the season plays out.
Right. You still play the games for a reason. Exactly.
Every week. And it would really be a confidence boost to beat the Titans. So there is a lot on. I think there is a lot on the line for both teams. I think it could end up being like one of those like 38-37, like barn burner games on Red Zone. I think it's going to be featured a lot in Red Zone. There's going to be a lot of plays. There's going to be a lot of sack. I think Bailey will surprise people week one just because of the speed and people don't know his tape in the NFL. It'll be very interesting. And then, I know Sal's going to get the most out of JJ and whoever else we send over the Titans, unfortunately. But I'm glad that you're all going to the meetups. Your meetups are on point. I think it's like, I get very, very jealous and a lot of FOMO that I'm not there, but I'm really happy for you all. And I look forward to being part of your events at some point when I can break free from parenthood a little bit.
We need it, Adam. I need to meet you in person. All right. Has your onesie arrived yet, by the way?
Oh yes, it did. And it's a little big on her, but when she grows into it, here we go. And
yeah,
my
it's
son's
a 3
already
to
in
6
linebacker
months
mode.
age onesie. So you got a couple more months before she'll fit.
Perfect for football season. You
Exactly.
timed it up perfectly, dude. Thank you so much for it.
Of course, man. Great call. I appreciate you.
Thanks. Catch you later.
JETS. All right, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to declare a winner in the Azzy Awards. But first, how about this from Frank P? Are you kidding me? A 20 spot of gifted channel membership.
Let's go.
I haven't put the Mekhi Becton game worn jet helmet on in a long time, baby. But here we go. 10 memberships. Get you a couple drops. Get you some shout outs. 20, you get the helmet coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank P has sent in 20. If you hear your name, he made you a channel member. Young Nation, I'm Flying Over You. Nick Shield, Tom D 711, Doey Joey, British Jet, Azari A. Russell, Mountain Surf, Jet Fantastic, Rob Lilane, Joe Valsana, Marco Moose, Aboz 121, Steven Alvarez 75-8, Joe Giamino, Peter B. XV, Jenny with a YTF me, Sebastian Diaz, all receiving a gifted membership from our guy, Frank P.
Who wanna fly with them?
Let's go, Frank. Appreciate you. You're in for 20. Brees Hall signed helmet is our giveaway at the end of our second show today, going live in the 4 p.m. hour We got Robbie Sabo and Joe Blewett joining together. Sabo was at both practices this week where the pads came on. Tomorrow's an off day. So we get the full report from Sabo from the last couple of days with the pads on this afternoon. And Joe Blewett normally joins us on Tuesdays. He will be along for the ride. Before we declare a winner in the Azzies, reminder, this show sponsored by my friends at Brooklyn Bedding. I have slept great the last 2 weeks that I've had my Brooklyn Bedding brand new mattress. My queen size Aurora Luxe cooling mattress, medium firmness, added the cloud pillow top. It is so good, so comfortable. I love it. I live for it. Perfect combination of comfort and support. Cooling technologies help me stay comfortable throughout the night and has allowed me to not wake up after an awful nightmare thinking about the upcoming Jet season. Hopefully, we're dreaming about better days, Jet fans, and with Brooklyn Bedding, I'm able to do that. If you want to try any of their mattresses, 30% off site-wide, promo code Jake at checkout. Again, 30% off site-wide. Get a new mattress ahead of the season. You're going to want to get your sleep if you're a Jet fan who's got to deal with the highs and lows of any season. BrooklynBedding.com, promo code Jake at checkout. Again, use that code Jake for 30% off site-wide at checkout. Time to declare a winner in the Azzie Award. Our favorite co-host award goes to Robbie Sabo, who will join us this afternoon in the 4 p.m. Eastern hour. Sabo wins 38% of the vote. Frankie V, second place, 25%. Omari Brown, a newcomer with 20% of the vote. Joe Blewett, 17% of the vote. Also with us later. We could have nominated everyone who joins us throughout the week, all year, or half a season, like Beningo does in season. Dylan Terraman. I mean, so many good people come on the show. Will Parkinson. So this was a tough one for the committee. But congrats to Robbie on the honor. And in honor of Mr. Robbie Sabo winning the award, I'm going to play us out the only way I know how. So stand by for that. But first, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, reserve your tickets for Jets Dolphins on October 25th. Get on the Patreon. We have 45 of the 70 tickets that have been allocated. So if you plan on coming, be a Patreon member first and lock in your spot. Because once I make it open for the general public, they're going to sell out very quickly. Again, Jets Dolphins, section 146, MetLife Stadium, $150. You can reserve up to 4 tickets for your group. So take a look at that. I was going to end the show, but I see we got a super chat here from Islip Jet fan who says, hey, Jay, if you had to rank the position groups, what would it be? O-line is number 1, receiver 2, running back 3, tight end with Sadiq's injury now 4, quarterback 5. Defensively, I'll say D-line 1, secondary 2, linebacker 3, because after Demario Davis, I'm a little concerned. So that's a little quick ranking right there. I don't know. If you want me to be more, want me to be more specific, I could do that this afternoon if you follow up with that question, Islip Jet fan. All right, I got to run. You guys are the best. In honor of Sabo winning best co-host, sit back and enjoy. Go Jets.
It's time for Robbie Bobby the Sabo. Not Ricky Dicky top of the dingo. He's a rubby dubby dubby dabo. The silver fox, he got hair like a wingo. That's the rubby dubby dooby the Sabo. He got jet points up his freaking wazingo. Let's hear from Robbie Bobby the Sabo.
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my God! Let's go! Does anybody want a nutty buddy?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.